personally engaging in conversations with people like that at all.
Bruh, you know how huge the scissors gonna be for me to cut you
Girl,
off?
who you
Oh,
telling?
baby girl.
Like, yeah.
This is a
Yeah. Bigger than that, shit. Look, I'm chumping that motherfucker. You done. No.
But what is it that like most of them behave that way? Most of them have that type of personality. Like, ugh. Like, what the fuck do you think it is? Like, we know it ain't a spirit, but what the fuck is it?
What is it? What the fuck is it? Oh my god, that sound is what I heard.
Cause it's like it's just ew.
I think it's the ability to, or the number of years that they've been allowed to just say shit unchecked. And the fact that this God gives them a sense of superiority, even though they haven't read the God's book. I think when you combine that with the fact that emotional regulation, introspection, all of those things are so rare in humanity today. So they feel like they can come in places like this where folks put in the effort to study this book. Like even the pushback that we get, well, why read the Bible if you don't believe it? Like, do you know how insanely stupid that sounds? And I mean, just on its surface, you don't even have to go deep with that idiocy, like how insanely unintelligent that sounds. But they come in here very boldly saying it. They don't think, and we live in a world that allows them to do so and still function.
Mhm.
Heavy on still function. It's heavy on still fucking function because again, I don't understand how people can go in their everyday lives with people that talk like this. Like you just said, Fee, it's the longevity of how long people have been able to go so long, generations on end, just saying shit, believing whatever, just if my brain can come up with it, then it must be true. This It's been so long, even when we've evolved enough to know that these things don't make sense, somehow we're still getting beat down by churches. What the fuck is a mega church? Like,
Yeah.
literally churches have tiers. Like, the society is being saturated in it every second of the day. Like, and we're just like still functioning, still putting cereal in the bowl, and like we're just like, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Like, what?
Think about how dire reality is, and opportunity and comfort and peace and contentment, how lacking that has to be for this belief system to be attractive, for this type of behavior to be like, I gotta hold on to something. Like I think it's one of those things when you know how you have that family member that, for whatever reason, it's like they can't get right. I ain't gonna even say, I'm not gonna waste my time talking to them because they're not gonna get right. And they just grow and grow and grow in their delusions and the
Yes,
behavior that accompanies that delusion. I think that's what we're seeing in these conversations.
absolutely, absolutely. Literally, for someone to open up, like I usually will stop the conversation at the point where I'm like, you're just guessing right now. Like, and then every time for grown adults to open their mouths and say, yeah, that is my opinion. Yeah, yeah. I did just come up with that. What? Like, no, there's no like, oh, hesitation to be like, oh dang, I probably don't even know where I got that information from, right? I never really thought about that. I just say stuff. They have found solace in, like, they're perfectly fine. Society has made it perfectly fine for grown men and women to say, I just thought about it, so I think it's facts. I don't really care about reality per se. If I think about it, if I can come up with it, then it's facts. What?
I mean, we live in a world where a 54-year-old man can literally say that he wouldn't know how to walk or shit without a belief in a God.
Like, what?
I will never forget that.
Nah, Lou was crazy. Lou was wild.
54 years old.
You know how long 54 years is?
Man. And said he just started believing in the God 5 years ago. And
What
he's
was he doing?
he said his
Bruh.
mama taught him. He said his mama. But like you're literally saying that you wouldn't know about walking or shitting without a belief in a God. Like, that is insane to me, that shit like that would come out of your mouth and you not think that is crazy to say.
I forgot who said it, but somebody in the comments was like, "Wipe me down."
Yeah. Like, that's insane. And they don't double
Hey,
check
John.
their
Not
fucking,
my poop.
like, it's just, I don't know, like, it's just gross to me. These are grown ass people acting like this. Like, one of them just came in the comments just now and said, "I have ass cancer." Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And these are
This shit is
supposed
not
to
Cards
be,
Against Humanity.
these are supposed to be the salt of the earth. And that is crazy to me. And they just go unchecked. It's almost like Jesus has a shitload of babies kids.
Shitload.
Not the baby kids.
Like, god damn.
Did you mean that pun, thinker?
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Like, seriously, that's what it felt like. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. All right, y'all. The guest box is open. If you are a believer in the God of the Bible, deconstructing, or an atheist, let's try to get it back popping. What's up, Angel?
And
Huh?
I was just gonna say, although we back at home, you know what I'm saying, we gotta treat it like it's unfamiliar territory. I know how TikTok be, so
Yeah.
send the popular votes and whatnot.
Yeah, they definitely gonna punish my ass for not being live for 3 days.
Is it them?
And I haven't posted content since I posted the David video. It's been 4 days, 4 or 5 days since I posted a video on my page. I haven't had much to talk about. Like, I don't like posting unless there's something that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, oh, let me share this with with the humans and see what they think about this. But I haven't had a aha moment in a week. I think the conversations are getting very redundant. Chatty Cathy, are you in the box on purpose or on accident? Accident.
Honestly, when I like, speaking to like the redundancy of the conversation, I feel like that like here and there, and then like we usually will get like that one person that's like, yeah, like I've been listening for a bit, and like I actually really started thinking and all of that. And I think we got that day from what was his name, Raphael or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And honest, yeah, like, I think like days like that be kind of okay, it feels redundant, but like I kind of look forward to days like that.
Yeah. Every now and then we'll find a believer that is knowledgeable and that might present a challenge, but it's not yeah, it's not normal. Highly blessed. How old are you?
36.
Which topic did you want to discuss?
Y'all want to ask,
Which
where did
topic?
God lie to Adam and Eve?
In the garden.
What was the lie?
He told them that they would die the same day that they ate from the
Uh,
tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Does having a moral conscience kill you?
did it say the same day?
Yeah. Does having a moral conscience kill you?
No,
What?
that's
I'm
not what
sorry.
killed them.
Hold on. So he said, if you eat from the tree, the day that you eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will die. He didn't say, I will kill you. He didn't say, I will punish you to death. He said, the day you eat from that tree, you will die. And the day they ate, hold on, let me finish and then you can respond, okay? The day they ate from the tree, they gained moral awareness. Okay, their eyes were open. Their moral consciousness transformed. Did they die?
Can I respond?
That was a question.
Yes, they did.
How did they die?
Because they were supposed to be immortal. They were supposed to live forever. And it's not that it's not hold on, let me continue. It's not because they ate from the tree. It's because they disobeyed God that he took the immortality away. And now that's why they die and that's why we all die.
Did they were they immortal already, or did they have the option to eat from the tree of life?
Yes, they was immortal. They're supposed to live forever in the Garden of Eden.
Okay, so when something is immortal, explain what immortal means. What's the definition of immortal?
It means to live forever, to not perish.
It means you cannot die, correct?
To not perish, yes.
Yes. So how can something be immortal and then not immortal the next moment?
By the grace of God.
That's not the
Did you miss
grace
that
of
part?
God. If something is immortal, can your God's immortality be taken away?
No.
Why not?
Because he's the one that gave the immortality.
Who gave him the immortality?
No one gave him the immortality. He's the beginning and he's the end.
So something that is immortal doesn't have a beginning or an end, right? I mean, something like if you're eternal, you have no beginning.
Eternal, yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's fine. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Exactly. Like, are you okay? If something is eternal, right, it has no beginning and no end, right?
Yes, that's our Lord.
And so, right, and so, if something cannot die, if it is immortal and it
That means it
cannot
has no
die,
end.
why the
I'm so
fuck are you
sorry.
answering while I'm answering? Like, are
Just
you
stay on
okay?
mute.
Are you
Please just
okay?
remain on mute.
Like, I don't. Why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this?
Yeah, he was
All right, just go on. Just go on.
No.
he was
Answer
ready
the
to buck
question.
on you when he thought you were gonna maybe cut him off, and now he can't
Right.
shut up. That's
She
crazy.
literally moved her head to the side, and he's talking about, hold on, hold on, hold on. Like,
Why are y'all
Please
like
remain
this?
on mute. Please just remain on mute till she's
Like,
done speaking.
why are y'all like? Why do y'all have such horrible personalities as believers in this God?
You conversing or you attacking?
I'm attacking. Why do y'all have horrible
Why?
personalities as believers in this God?
Why we can't just have a conversation?
Because I want to know why y'all have such horrible personalities.
The same personality you're displaying right now?
I guess, but
Hmm?
I'm not a believer in a
I mean,
God,
so
though. You
why is
are.
this why is
I'm
there
not, but
such a
I'm not a
problem then?
believer in a God. You are. I'm not. I'm not claiming to be following the God of all creation. I'm not claiming to have given
Did I
my
make
life.
that
I'm
claim?
not claiming. Yes, you did. I asked if you were a believer in the God. Right?
You did
You
not.
literally have that you are highly blessed.
But you
Right?
never asked me that.
I'm sorry.
You asked me
Okay.
what
Well,
topic
you
I
know
want to
what? You're
speak
right. You're
on.
right because I went by your username. Are you a believer in a God? Do you believe in the God of the Bible? I skipped that step. Do you believe in the God of the Bible, highly blessed?
this is the longest he done shut up. Look
I
at
Right.
see,
that.
because I ain't know I was on mute.
Do you believe
I
in the
see
Do you
that
believe in the God of the Bible?
I see you're not
Answer
you
the
can't deal with the
answer yes or no.
conversation,
Please
so
answer
yes,
the
Do
yes.
you
question.
believe in the God of the Bible? I skipped the step and I should not have done that. You're absolutely right. I did. Do you believe in the God of the
I
Bible?
believe in my creator,
Is
yes.
it the God of the Bible?
It's the creator
Is it the God
of
of the
heaven and the earth.
Bible? Is it the God of the Bible?
That's my answer. It's the creator of
Okay,
the
well
heavens and
then
the
you
earth.
don't fit the conversations on this stage. Have a good
Oh, now
day.
you're running.
Bye.
All because you didn't want to claim your boo. That's crazy.
Man.
You didn't want to claim your boo. You said you don't follow me. I don't claim to have no creator, and then said I follow the creator. Crazy.
Oh boy, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Are you a believer in the God of the Bible? Are you deconstructing? Are you an atheist?
I believe in God.
Okay, which topic do you want
Is
to
it the God of
discuss?
the Bible?
Yeah, is it the God of the Bible?
Uh, yeah.
Which topic do you want to discuss?
Yeah. I like what you guys were just talking about.
So the very
The
first
lie
topic.
of
No. The topic isn't the lie. The topic is not the lie. Okay.
well,
Well, the
it
top. Hold on. The topic is whether the God wanted to protect or to control them. Did he convince them to not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil to protect them or to control them? Once we answer the original question, we can go back to whether it was a lie or not. Did he convince them or command them to not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil to protect them or to control them?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was to protect them. I think it was to control them ultimately, but to protect them from what we go through today.
How so? Can you explain both?
So like, when God told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree in Genesis 2, or they would die, um, it says, surely you would die. And obviously not on the same day. That it doesn't
What does
say
that have to do
on
with
the
protect
same
and
day.
control? You're trying to explain the lie. Please explain to me how he did not want them to eat from the tree to protect them and control them. Can you explain those? Once we get that question answered, we can go back to the lie, okay?
Okay, once again, the protection is to prevent us from going through the things that we go through today, and the control
What
is
can you
to
explain how?
basically the lack of
What
free
are
will.
when I ask you to explain how, what are the things that we go through today? How is he protecting us from that? How is he controlling
Well,
us?
we
Like
do.
the how.
You do die. People die every day. That's something that we go through every day. Death is something that we go through every day. Um,
Mr. Boy,
assault is something that we go through every day.
Mr. Boy,
Mr. Boy
Yes,
is
sir.
crazy.
are you understanding the question?
I'm explaining the question. What things do we go through every
Are you
day that we would?
explaining the question? Are you understanding the question?
Yeah. What
Okay,
things
when
would we
someone
be
asks you a question, do
from
you
is the
explain
question,
it?
correct? What things would we be protected from is the question, correct?
It's how.
No, she didn't ask what things would we be protected from. She asked how was that a protection.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two different things.
Well, how is it a protection is the fact that we just wouldn't be having these things.
Wouldn't be
We
having
wouldn't.
what things?
I just said them.
No, oh my
Death.
God, are y'all
Boy,
okay? Like y'all are not
Mr.
okay.
Boy,
Well,
We
let
would
me let me
not
ask you a
have
question.
these.
Is death bad? Is death something to be protected from? Is death bad? You're on mute.
No, it's not
Evident.
a bad
So,
thing.
well, you said he's protecting us from death. So obviously, death is bad.
That's the control part. The
He's
lack of knowledge
what
is
was
the
he? Okay,
control.
so what was he protecting them from then, if not death?
Understanding
He was protecting them from understanding what?
anything. That's the whole point.
So he
That
wanted
was
them
the
to be
point of
dumb.
control. If you have a lack of understanding, you can be controlled.
Hold on. So he wanted them to be dumb.
That's the consensus, basically. Yeah, he just wanted them to do exactly what he wanted them to do in the garden.
So if he says go over there and slap the shit out of Eve, Adam was to just slap the shit out of Eve,
Yes,
and that is
if
that
that's what he
and that.
requested.
Hold on. And so why would a God want humans to be in that state of mind and not be able to know whether their actions are morally good or morally evil?
God didn't want anybody to be in that state of mind. That's why he told them not to eat from the tree.
What is it that you think the tree of knowledge of good and evil provided?
Understanding,
Understanding of what?
realization of life, of free will, of I can do whatever I want.
No, it's the knowledge of good and evil. It's
We just
morality.
said the same thing.
It's
We
moral.
just
No,
said the
you
same
don't. No,
thing.
we didn't. There's the difference between I can do what I want and a moral conscience. The knowledge of good and evil is about moral awareness, knowing whether or being able to rationalize and understand or decide whether your actions, your the commands, the information that you're receiving is morally good or morally evil. Why would your God not want
Is that
humans?
not called free will?
No,
What?
no, it's not called free will. But if don't you
What is
believe
free
that
will?
Adam and Eve had free will before they ate from the tree?
No,
No. Well, then how did they eat from the tree? If you don't have free will, how can you go against a direct command that you've been given? Like the tree couldn't have given them the access to free will. If that's the case, then they could have never accessed the tree. And the tree is not called the tree of free will. It's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So to Thinker's point, is the knowledge that, okay, hang on a second. Is the knowledge that you acquire that allows you to look at a situation or an incident and say, oh, that's good or that's evil. That's the name of the tree.
that makes sense. The tree gave them the knowledge that they had free will.
Well, why isn't it called
What?
the knowledge of free will? It's called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Free will has a definition, and it's not a moral conscience. It's the ability to act without the constraint of necessity or fate. That's not what that tree was named. So I'm not following why you're asserting that that's what that tree granted them.
Free will wasn't even a concept until St. Augustine of Hippo.
Nigga left.
I swear, like
God damn.
they are the worst humans on earth to me. I like ill. I'm sorry, I just can't.
If I have to be that slimy and that like just untethered in order to hold on to a belief system, how am I benefiting from it? Like if I've got to do all the hula hoops, all the backflips, all of the matrix moves in order to make a story make sense, why would I do that?
Because they go and they recite these same things to ignorant ass women who lie down with them, and what they're benefiting from it is a nut and a plate of spaghetti.
And they don't even think out. She said a plate of spaghetti.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Yep.
Selena, you're not okay. They don't even think through like the things that they say. Yeah, they were immortal. Then what was the purpose of the tree of life? Like, why would you need a tree of that grants immortality, which the God confirmed in Genesis 3:22? What would be the purpose of that tree if they were already immortal? That doesn't make any logical sense.
God is illogical. He's outside
I'm
of
sorry,
time and space.
we don't know who you are, and that conversation was between us on stage. Are you a believer in the God of the Bible, deconstructing, or an atheist?
I'm a follower of the God of Abraham, father of the God of the Bible, correct?
Okay, and how old are you?
33.
Which topic did you want to discuss?
We go with the first one.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
You you must have hit like a demographic. They all been 30s, 30s.
They probably been
I
waiting on
don't
my
know.
ass to get unsuspended. Which one?
And nonchalant.
Yeah, the first one.
Go
It's
ahead.
cool.
Go ahead.
So first off, I think we gotta
No, we're not gonna focus on the lie. Okay, let me rephrase it. You want to talk about the lie after we answer the original question, which is
Wait,
protected.
what was I about to
Hold
say?
on. The original. I'm gonna rephrase the question. Okay, because what I want to know is, did he not want them to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil to protect them or to control them? We can go back on whether or not he convinced them with a lie after we
Oh,
answer this question. Okay.
protect.
Okay, and how so?
Because look at what you all are doing right now. You think you know. So knowledge and wisdom are two separate things. And the Bible says this many times. If you read the definition, knowledge and wisdom are two separate things, and you obtain them in separate ways. So when you have knowledge without wisdom, you act out of ignorance, and you speak as if opinions are facts.
Sure.
And so, oh, go ahead.
Okay, but I'm asking, what was he protecting them from?
From like how you all are leading yourselves to destruction and death.
Sure. How?
That's what he was
I'm sorry.
protecting.
I'm not Adam or Eve. I wasn't in that garden. What was he protecting Adam and Eve from?
Yeah, so knowledge. When you have knowledge, you lead yourself to death and destruction because, again, knowledge and wisdom are separate. So when you think you know something that's not true, you follow that belief in your heart thinking it's true.
Sure. What type of knowledge was he protecting them from?
Good and evil. So good and evil, can we all admit those are subjective and not objective truths. Is that, can we all agree?
Of course. So was he protecting them from the ability to do good and evil, or just the ability to know
The
good and
ability to
evil?
decipher good and evil for yourself subjectively,
Right.
not objectively
Right.
by God's standards.
Right. Is slavery objectively immoral?
So you're already saying good and evil, or we talk about immortality?
That
Like, are we talking
you
about
do realize that
morality?
when you
They're
talk about,
different.
I'm sorry, don't talk while I'm
She
talking.
said
That's
immoral.
objectively wrong in here. Okay. When we are talking about immoral and moral, that I mean subjective good and subjective evil, that has to deal with morality. Okay.
That's debatable.
No, it's not.
They have separate
So
definitions.
no, it's not. So is slavery an immoral evil or a moral good?
That's a poor sentence.
Is
'Cause
slavery a moral good or an immoral evil?
can you define moral so we're on the same terms?
No, you know what moral
Well,
means.
how do I know what
Well,
moral
I
means
don't
to you?
ask Jesus, because since God doesn't want you to have knowledge and your knowledge banks on Him, check in with Him right quick and ask Him.
Well, I'm asking, what does moral?
I mean, I know what moral
mean to
means.
you?
I know what moral
So
means.
it
You
can mean
need to
different
know,
things to different
but
people.
I know what it means. So if you might want to check in with God right quick and ask
Well,
Him
what
what
does
it
it mean
means.
to you?
It
What
doesn't
does it
matter
mean
what
to
it
you?
means to me. I'm asking
It
you.
does,
I'm
'cause it might
asking
be something
you.
different.
I'm asking you. Is it a moral good or a moral evil?
My morals and your morals might be
Okay, so
different.
answer based on yours.
But what does morality mean? Like,
Ask your God, what does it mean? Ask your God. Ask your God, what does it mean?
well,
Like whatever
I have
whatever
an
it means to
understanding.
Then
you,
answer
man.
based
Whatever
on
it
what it
means
means
to
to
Okay,
you.
you.
based on my
Right.
opinion,
You're doing too
slavery.
much.
No, no, I'm just trying to level the playing field
No,
so we
you're
don't have
not. You're
miscommunication.
obfuscating. You're
That's
obfuscating.
a
Go ahead.
that's.
Answer based on you. Is it a moral good or a moral evil?
I do not believe slavery is a moral device.
Did I ask if it was
Huh?
a moral device?
So I would say, in my opinion, so like I don't
Let
think
me
you
let me ask this question
understand.
here.
You're
When
not
hold
using the
on.
right word.
When the West
Can you?
Africans
Why
hold
not?
on,
Why not
hold
ask me if
on,
it's
hold
good or
The
on.
bad?
world.
When the
It's
West
two people talking.
Africans
Who listening?
when white when
Bruh.
Europeans enslaved West Africans in North America, was that morally good or morally evil?
In my opinion, I would say morally evil. Morally evil is a bad. I don't think you're realizing what the
Can you
definition
answer
of
the question
morality
based on
is.
your definition? Based on your definition. Is it a moral good or a moral evil that Europeans enslaved West Africans in North America?
Why do you use the word moral in your sentence but
I'm going
not
to
in the
ask you
prompt?
one
Oh
last
my
time, and if you
God.
don't answer, I'm taking you the fuck down. You and Jesus, or you and Yahweh, or Yahweh, or Hey Yahweh, Yah, whatever y'all call him. Is it a moral good or a moral evil that Europeans enslaved West Africans in North America, based on
In
your
my opinion,
definition?
my definitions, I would say bad. It's a bad thing.
So it's a moral evil, and by your definition.
In my opinion, yeah, I would go along and say that.
It's
Yes.
a moral evil. So you do know what an immoral evil.
No,
Hold
that
on,
was
hold
a
on. I'm talking right
curable
now. Again,
sentence.
it is
I'm
objectively bad to
I'm just playing your
interrupt
game.
me in this live. Okay? So you do know what moral evil is. Are you getting ready to run now?
It's crazy because they can
So no,
see.
no, I'm still here. I
He's
just
gonna
wanted
be
to.
petulant and just leave while you talk.
No. I just wanted to go look at the definition of morality just to be
Why
certain
didn't
what
you
I was
just check
saying.
in with God? Why do you got to go to Google?
Because
Don't you have
oh
the
well,
ultimate search engine? You have access to the ultimate search engine. His name is God. Like, why do you got to go to
God,
Google?
God, God's a search engine.
Is he not the holder of
No,
all
do you know what a
information?
search engine is?
Yes.
Yeah,
It is a
God is not a
resource that
search
gives you
engine.
access to information. You have
That's
access
a
to
poor
a
assumption of
God.
God.
Oh, is he
That's a
not?
poor
Is he
assumption of
not the
God.
highest of all intelligence and all information?
Of course,
Do
but
you
he's
have
not
access?
accessible
Do
like
you have
that.
access to him?
Yeah, but not
Then
in the
why do
way
you have to go to
you're
Google?
suggesting.
Why do you have to go to Google, and why can't you go to your God for information?
Because you don't have access in the way you're
You
suggesting,
also you
ma'am.
can't ask him what morality is. You can't ask him what his definition of moral is.
No, you can, but he doesn't respond as a human response. He's
But I'm
metaphysical.
sorry. How does he? But he
He's
responds to
outside of
you.
space, time,
But
and
he
matter.
responds to you,
Correct.
though, right? If you can go to him,
Yeah.
if you can go to him and ask him what his definition of morality is, and he responds to you, are you not a human?
Yes.
Okay, so then do you understand him when he responds?
He doesn't respond in that nature, and he doesn't
But does he
respond to
respond
petty
to you at all? But
things.
does he respond? So the definition of
Yeah.
morality, for you to understand how he sees morality, is petty.
No, I'm trying to understand how you see
No, you.
morality.
So you went to Google to find out how Thinker sees morality. Tell me what Google said about how I see morality. Please tell me what Google said about how Thinker sees morality.
And when I define when I read the definition, you'll understand why that
I'm
question
sorry.
that you asked
Can
was
you tell me what Google
illegitimate.
said about how Thinker sees morality?
Morality, by definition, says the
No, no, no,
principle
no, no.
of.
You went to Google to
Okay.
see how Thinker sees morality. I
Oh,
want you
your
to tell
name
me
is
what it
Thinker.
says about, yes. What does it say? Thinker sees morality this way. What does Google say about how I see morality?
Well, that's why I asked you.
No,
What do
you
you?
went.
How do you see it?
You
There's no
just
other
said.
way for me to
You
know.
just said
Correct?
you went to Google to see how I see morality, instead of you going to your God to get an understanding of morality for yourself. That doesn't make
Wait.
any
What,
damn
instead of get
sense.
no, you're saying you want me to go to God to figure out how you see morality?
No,
That's what you're saying.
no, no,
How would I
no.
understand
See,
how you
hold
see
on, hold
morality
on,
if you don't
hold
answer
on.
me?
Shake your head like this right quick so you can get God out of your ears. Because that's not what I said. That's not what
Oh
I
my
said.
God.
What I
Well, how
said, well,
you would
hold
tell
on,
me? How
stop
can I
talking
understand
while I'm
how
talking,
Thinker
then you
sees?
would understand. What I said was go to your God and get his definition of morality so that you can tell us what morality means to you and your God. But for some reason, you're still trying to figure
That's
out
what
what
I did.
morality means to me. Then what the fuck did your God say, and why did you go to Google?
I went to Google after I answered your question,
I'm sorry.
actually.
What
So
did
I
your
went to
God
God
say?
first.
What? Yeah. What did he say?
He said, use your own opinion for how you see
Oh, he
morality to
told you to
answer the
use your
question.
own opinion. That would be you having your own moral conscience, the thing that he
What?
commanded you not to have.
Yeah, but we have it though because Adam and
Oh, so
Eve did eat that
disobedience
fruit.
gave you something good.
No, my opinion was probably wrong as of what morality
Oh, your
means.
opinion is wrong. Did he tell? Did he? So he just let you be wrong. He just said, "Figure it out, motherfucker."
I
That's
mean,
what he
you're
said. You
saying a lot of
literally just told
assumptions.
you. You literally just said
Why are you
you
so
went to
loud?
him because I fucking can be. You literally said that you went to him and he said use your own opinion. Then you're like my opinion
Yeah.
could be wrong. So your God basically said, "Savvy, figure that shit out your motherfucking self. Don't put me in that childish ass shit. You should know what the fuck morality is. Think I'm gonna eat your ass up on morality because you come to me with a dumbass question. The tree is called the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, and you come
But
bothering
not
me and my
wisdom of good and
motherfucking
evil.
throne while I'm trying to run the fucking world up here fucking up people's lives, and you asking me about some goddamn morality. Figure that shit out yourself, Savvy." That's what Yahweh said to you.
Who hurt you?
You
Can I ask
did.
that?
You did.
How did I hurt
You're
you?
just funny. Like the way
Yeah.
you act is weird. Like you're
No, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
you're a
a
funny
Let me guess.
motherfucker.
You Stevie Wonder why?
Ah,
His
right.
God
Yeah.
burning Mac his ass.
No, I was trying to have a honest
No,
conversation,
you
but
weren't.
no,
it's
you're
clearly.
No, you
not.
weren't.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
how do y'all
No,
figure I'm
you're
not?
not. You've been disingenuous and even condescending since you got up here. Like
What did I
half
say
the
that was
questions you're
condescending?
being asked, you're barely answering.
Well, no,
Well,
and
she asked me to ask the irrational question.
well, on top of that, hold
Morality
on.
Huh?
means yes.
On
An
top of
irrational question.
that makes absolutely no sense. And on top of that, like you came up here telling us that we are wrong. Like we are the problems. We're the ones that are, we're demonstrating the result of Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you
true.
stop?
Stop
I'm
Can you
sorry.
stop?
interrupting
Can we
her. This is
stop
why I
interrupting
treat
people?
you like shit, because you are disrespectful as fuck. And Kamash, Moabite deity, shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Fee.
Yeah, like you came up here, like ultimately insulting us, basically telling us we think we know, but we don't have wisdom. We just have knowledge. That is the energy that you brought to this conversation. So why are you appealing to decency now when you didn't demonstrate it at the outset?
Well, I'm in the same boat. I think I know stuff that I don't know. I'm in the same boat.
Well, that's
So
you
you
though,
should be
right?
No, that's all of
apologizing
us.
then.
It's
No,
all
no,
So
of
no.
maybe
us.
you should be apologizing then, huh? Because you started that. You
Well, no, it's
literally
all of
came up
us.
on the panel doing that to somebody else. So if it's all
Doing
of us,
what?
maybe we shouldn't be doing that, right?
Acknowledging truth.
Yeah,
It's the
you should be
truth.
apologizing is what you
Like
should be
y'all
doing.
have some of
Why
the
would I
worst. Like,
apologize
why
for
the
the
fuck are
truth?
you talking while everybody else is talking? Like, y'all have some of the
Because
worst
everybody
person.
talking while I'm
No, no,
talking.
the fuck. That's not how we have conversations in here. But when y'all come in here, when believers come in here, y'all have such immature personalities. Y'all lack accountability. You don't know the definition of moral goodness and moral evil, so you have none. And y'all
There is no
brain
def.
chaos follows you motherfuckers wherever you go, just like blood follows your fucking book and your fucking God wherever the fuck it goes. You can't have logical conversations with especially scared ass believers from the black community. Y'all are scary as fuck, and y'all come in here with so much motherfucking anxiety. Y'all come in here with big ass attitudes and dumb as fuck because you refuse to fucking learn, and your fucking knowledge is a goddamn ghost. That's the extent of where your knowledge goes, and I have to treat y'all motherfuckers that way because that's how you show the fuck up. And then y'all want to complain because you bring this fucked up ass attitude, and then I meet you with this fucking attitude the same fucking way and treat you the way you want to be treated, because you'll get up here and you'll say, Jesus say, love your neighbor as you love yourself, treat others how you want to be treated. Well, motherfucker, when you got on this stage, this is how you showed me you want to be treated, and that's what the fuck you got. And so there is no sense of you and your brothers and sisters in Christ complaining about that shit, because that's what the fuck you did as soon as you opened your goddamn mouth. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Y'all childish
You know
asses.
why? It's because the truth stir up that
You
spirit.
haven't said no
Which
fucking truth except Bernie Mac is your goddamn God.
I hear you,
Right.
but I could see from your actions, my truths have stirred up that spirit in you.
And what are we seeing from your actions? What are we gonna see from your actions? You're
I'm
disrespectful,
chilling.
you're impatient, you're
It's only disrespect
disingenuous.
because you. It's only
It is
disrespect because you
it is
deny the
disrespect
truth.
because you started off the
Man,
conversation
I'm saying
disrespectful.
I'm in the
Your
same boat as
whole
y'all.
personality is
I'm in the same boat
disrespectful.
as y'all.
Look at you. You
You thought
still
you were
fucking
gonna
doing it.
throw
Shut up.
stones. We're not in the same boat because we don't go around people's panels starting shit. We don't go around people's panels automatically being condescending and disrespectful. That's you. We're not in the same boat. We're not the same people. That's your personality. That's who you are, right? And you brought that stinking ass personality to this live and decided that you were gonna throw stones and then hide your fucking hands and act like you're being
I'm not hiding.
persecuted. No one gives a fuck about your fucking crying now. No one is gonna respect you. You did not come in here with respect. Respect is not just allotted. You fucking receive it when you give it out. It's reciprocal. If you don't come here with respect, I don't know why the fuck you think you're supposed to get any respect. You're not okay.
If you see your best friend stealing, are you not supposed to call him out on
You're
that?
not my best friend. You're a disgusting human being. I would never be friends with you.
I feel you, but
It's
I'm
so
just asking a
interesting. This
general
is what I'm
question.
talking about. They always want to
Can I ask
call
a
out.
general
No, I'm
question?
talking right now. This is what I'm talking about. They always want to call out the so-called actions of non-believers, but they'll watch their own for real brothers and sisters in Christ do fuck shit and
Right.
won't say shit. But all of a sudden, the atheist is your fucking best friend, and you deserve to call them out. Y'all are hypocrites.
I asked
You're
my friend,
hypocrites
I
for
asked my friends
Christ
to call
crit
me out.
walking. That's what the fuck y'all motherfuckers are doing.
That's not me. I don't have any friends that don't call me out when I do bad. You know, when I do something that they don't see as good. When they see me doing wrong, when they feel like I'm going down the wrong path or doing something abnormal or that's not Christ like, I ask them to call me out, and I don't surround myself with anybody who doesn't call me out when I do wrong. And I do wrong. I probably do more wrong than y'all. I lie occasionally by accident. I cuss. I do. I ain't perfect
by
by any
accident.
standards. I'm saying
Then
sometimes,
shouldn't you be apologizing then?
yeah, I do.
Knowing how horrible of a person you are and you still brought that here?
I brought what here? I brought
Your
truth to you all.
personality, you're acknowledging how horrible of a
Well,
person
I'm
you
just saying
are.
we're all in the
No,
same
we're
boat,
not
is what
all
I'm
like
saying.
that.
I'm not
That's
trying to say that
you.
I'm
We're
better than
not all
nobody.
like that, baby. We're not all like that. No, we're not.
Oh, so you
That's
don't lie,
you. I don't have to lie the way you do.
but you
I
do
don't I
lie.
don't need it. There's no need for it.
So do you or
Not
do you
like
not
you
lie?
do. I don't drag my personality and go fuck other
You
people's
you
days
can't even
up.
admit you don't lie.
You did not say what?
Well, I'm asking, do you lie, Rhea?
That's not what you just did. Let's focus on your actions
You
here.
see, she still
You
can't
came here
admit.
disrespectful. You
You
came
can't.
here with
You
a
denying.
condescending attitude. I don't do that. So we're not the same.
Well, I'm asking you, do you lie?
Hey, Mr. World, every time I lie, I say, oopsie.
Yeah, and
That's funny.
when I catch
That's
myself in a lie, when I catch myself in a lie, I feel shame.
Apologize for who you were on this stage today. That's
Well,
what you need to
I
apologize.
will. You know what? You're right.
Don't try
No,
to
you're right.
smooth it. We're all like that. We
You're right.
all
I
do
do
that.
apologize.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's just you.
You're right. I apologize for how that might come off. I led with how you guys are wrong, and that was bad on my part. I should have said. I should have put myself in that. I should have put myself in there. That was pretty. That wasn't right of me. You're right.
You
I'm
also
sorry. I
probably should
apologize.
have had more decorum than my ass have as the host and been able to shut the fuck up while someone's talking. Like I can sit here and listen to your ass talk and not interrupt you, but you were not able to do that, and you have yet to even acknowledge that behavior. Because that's
Well,
why
that's
you
because you got
quite
five
literally,
other.
that's why you quite
Oral
You got
literally,
five
aggression.
and you're
others
doing
that
it
can
now,
interrupt
and
me.
you're doing it now. That's why you quite literally got cussed the fuck out by me because you kept interrupting me while I'm talking. You interrupted Fee while she was talking. You are disrespectful as hell, and you have
Well, what
yet. No,
about when
why
y'all
are you doing it now?
we just
I
having?
told no, we're not. I don't like to be interrupted. There are rules in this space. And when we go live, our goal is to have civil conversations with believers, with people who are deconstructing, and with atheists. And you are bringing chaos. You are fucking interrupting that with your lack of self control.
Do you think you're? Do you think you're speaking civilly right now?
Motherfucker, you don't warrant that shit.
Like, no
The
one
fuck?
owes you niceties after your dumbass
Well, no. She
personality.
just
The
said she
fuck?
speaks civilly, but this is
You
not
don't
civil.
warrant it.
You,
You
not to
don't
you,
warrant it. You came in here
to people that
disrespectful.
deserve
You
it.
kept interrupting. And I thank you, Rhea, for fucking God googling that shit because he probably didn't understand what I meant when I said warrant it. You
Right.
do not deserve civilities. You do not deserve niceties because you came in here with that bullshit. You kept interrupting us while we were talking. You kept telling us how we were wrong. You came here with a fucking ego. So I treated you the way you told us to treat you.
So,
Like y'all are sick
which
in the head.
guest?
You people are sick in the head. If you think you're gonna drag this wet rag of a personality around and everybody's just gonna swallow it. Everybody's just
Yeah,
gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's just how he is. He a sinner. Yeah, we're cool." That just no. You're a fucked up human being. You drag that shit in here, and now you think people are supposed to give you some kind of respect and maybe make you feel better. Fuck
no,
that.
I don't care about respect,
You do care. You do care.
especially
You've been
people on
asking for a
TikTok.
civil conversation.
I
You
have
want
not.
somebody
She
to be
said she gives
civil
it,
to you
but
now.
I asked.
You want people to be civil to you now when you were not civil to come into the conversation.
I
We're
don't
civil
expect.
to people that deserve it. People that are actually able to come into a conversation with some decorum. Yeah, we've had those conversations. Y'all like to believe that every conversation has to go this way, but it doesn't. It's just your personality that brings this out. Your personality. It's you. You're the problem. We've had civil conversations that were cordial and even disagreed. You are the problem. It's you.
Okay, I'll take that. And I don't expect, which is why I don't expect y'all to be civil when I come up here knowing I'm gonna say something y'all not gonna like and y'all not gonna take.
Hey,
Especially
Mr. World.
when I speak
That's a
truth,
dishonest reframing of what we're talking
when I
about.
speak truth
Very
to somebody
dishonest.
who's gonna deny it,
Very
of course
dishonest. That's not what I
that
said.
wasn't
That is
dishonest.
not what
That
I
was
said. That's
dishonest. That's
very
not what we've been
dishonest.
talking about.
How was it
Mr.
dishonest, L,
This
if you
is
don't
not
mind?
because of what you've been saying. It's because of the fact that you cannot shut the
It's because
fuck
y'all
up when
don't
people
like what I'm
talk.
saying.
It's
Mr.
because you talk while people fucking talk. Again, you display disrespect and then want to act like it's all cool. Just because you want to ignore that does not mean that it is ignored. You've been very
But
disrespectful. I have had to keep my foot on your fucking neck for these people to talk.
Literally.
you can't put your foot on my neck. But
I just did. So, Mr. World.
the only time
Like,
I just did. Again, Mr. World. When you came up here, the panel was already having a conversation, and then you butted in. That was an immediate sign of what you were going to do, and you've just done it consistently. You interrupt people, and that's disrespectful. I don't know how you don't see that.
Well, how do y'all consider it disrespect if y'all do it as well? That's where I'm
You
confused.
came
I'm
up
just following
here.
suit.
Time out.
What?
You came up here interrupting people. That's how you introduced yourself, with an interruption.
Mind you, Kalu, in the middle of a conversation of us talking about how horrible of a personality most believers have, he came up here with a horrible personality.
Right.
I don't care what y'all think about my personality, unfortunately.
We know that.
Yeah,
I'm just here to.
yeah. This is the reason why we keep telling y'all stop accommodating this nonsense because inside they are shitty, fucked up people. So when they start saying bullshit, you look them in the face and say, "You sound dumb. You sound stupid. You're not making any sense." Do that and get some kind of relief. Get some kind of peace because we're gonna keep having motherfuckers like this walk around this fucking earth. You see how he don't give a fuck about the dumbass personality he has? Exactly. So don't give a fuck when you tell him to shut the fuck up either. Don't give a fuck because if y'all don't do that, we're gonna keep ending up with grown idiots like this.
I'm just trying to get back to the prompt so I can help y'all
There,
understand
you don't have anything
where
that
y'all
we
went
want.
wrong in the
There is absolutely
interpretation.
nothing. You don't have.
Y'all went
You
wrong.
have nothing that we want to hear. You already showed us.
I
You
know y'all
are.
don't want to
Yeah.
hear
You
it.
already showed us that your
That's what I
personality
know.
fucking sucks. We don't. You have nothing that we want. Absolutely nothing.
I
Fee,
know y'all don't
fee,
want to hear it. That's the problem.
your box is still connecting. You might have to drop and come back up because it's not connecting. I don't have any questions for this motherfucker. Do y'all?
He don't even know what a question is. He can't answer shit.
I answered the first question, but as soon as I answered
Goodbye.
and y'all,
Go annoy somebody else. Go annoy your mama or something.
I have a joke.
What's your joke?
Why doesn't Savi use Blink? I said Blink. Why doesn't Savi use Bing? Bing.
Mm.
Because his god is Bernie Mac. I don't know why. Why?
Because it's not God.
Kalu.
Right.
Kalu.
You see how he laughing at his own joke?
Oh my
That is
gosh,
hilarious.
Kalu. Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god.
Oh God, I've been
All
waiting to
right,
say
Zena
that.
said drop him. Uh,
He won the battle against anti-biblical fromage.
oh my gosh. Him?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Are you a believer in the God of the Bible, deconstructing, or an atheist?
I am a believer in the God of the Bible.
I'm going to give the rules of the live. We've been gone for 3 days on vacation, so we're back. The rules of the live are don't talk while there is a host talking. We will not interrupt you unless we need to get you back on topic or restate a question. Okay? So
All right.
the goal is for us to have civil conversations. But we will get ratchet if you get ratchet. Okay?
Understandable.
All right. Which topic do you want to discuss?
Um, did God lie to Adam and Eve to protect them or control them?
All right. So I know believers tend to get stuck on the word lie. We can address the lie once we address the main question. The main question is, why did your God not want Adam and Eve to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? Was it to protect them or to control them? And then I'll let you pick one of the hosts to start off with.
To protect them.
Which host do you want to start off with?
Um, any is fine. You can choose. It's fine.
Pick a
Who,
number. Pick a
who,
number.
who?
Pick a number 1 through 5.
3,
All
3.
right. Fee.
Oh, that's me. Nice.
What hey him what aspects of the situation makes you think that it's control protection?
Well, when we read, well, I'm not gonna say we because I don't know how in tune you guys are with the word. I'm not trying to make that offensive or not. I'm just speaking from my perspective. So when we read the word, we see how God first intends, like, he wanted to create human beings from the jump. This is a plan that he had. Henceforth, like when you go deeper into scripture, there's Ecclesiastic. He talks about how angels was made, not meant solely for him, but also for us, because God foreseen this. Because if to understand God, we have to know he's all knowing. And if well, from my perspective, but I'm gonna say on your behalf, if there is a God, because you guys are atheists, am I right?
Well, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, you're speaking to me. I am.
Okay, so if there is a God and the God that we are presenting to you is just, all knowing, righteous, and loving, then we have to understand that he knows all, right? And to know all, that means he can foresee things and he can still create things in his love and his likeness and still choose to win. If you knows all, you can't lose. If you know all, there's no way you will be able to lose to anything because you foreseen what happens before it happens. So God foresee this, and this is why he set it up this way. So when you go back to Genesis, you see how, I mean, when you go back to Genesis, when you read the word, you see how Satan had his great fall. And this is not going off a topic. It's going to lead into what I'm going to talk about. So we seen how Satan had his great fall. Excuse me. And when Satan had his great fall, he failed to sin. Like most people think the first sin committed in the Bible in the world was when they ate of the
Kim,
tree
Kim,
of, yeah.
I'm sorry. So let me just kind of level set. We have read the Bible. I think everybody on this panel has been Christian at some point in their lives for multiple decades.
Okay,
So
okay.
we don't need a retelling of the story. We know the narrative and we know all of the versions of the narratives that we were given in our particular denominations that we were raised in. So I kind of want you to focus on, why is it protection? What about the actions or the details in this story tells you that it's protection?
Okay.
Also, Mr. IG,
Yeah,
it's foresaw.
foresaw. Okay. Thank you. Foresaw. Okay. That's good to know you guys read. That's going to make this a lot easier. Okay, so this is why I feel it. This is what, from my interpretation, from my reading, why I think it's protection, right? Is because when he put the tree of, let's just say good and evil, the tree of knowledge, the tree of knowledge for good and evil, we seen that the Lord says, okay, now I want to say that, how do I explain that? Because I don't want that to make y'all feel like I'm going off topic. Um, I want to say that God does give us a free will. He does give us choice. And without free will, love wouldn't exist. I can't just say I love my mom because she does all these things for me without just loving my mom unconditionally. Love is something you can explain. So when it comes to free will, this is why I think he did this to protect them, right? The tree of good and evil. Now, this is why I was saying about the Satan situation, right? Because Satan was made all holy. Now, I promise you, this is going to lead into making sense. I promise you. So Satan was made all holy. And when he was made all holy, you see that, you see he still fell to sin. He let sin enter his heart and he rebelled against God. Now, here starts the downfall. Here starts the trigger of good and evil. Here starts the sin. So we see that when he started sin, God knows all, so he knew Satan would try to tempt humans. Now, Satan can't be forgiven for his sin. Why is that? Because his soul and his body is eternal. They're eternally bonded. That means there's no separation from his spirit and his body. They're both
Love bug,
entire.
love bug, love bug. Friend, you sound like you giving directions to the grocery store and you're gonna get a motherfucker lost. We need you to just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like straight direct. Okay, what was he protecting them from? Was he protecting them from committing murder? Was he protecting, like, just straight up? Okay, you trying to give us the whole Bible in 50 seconds?
I know it. And
I
maybe it'll
want to
help.
just.
Can I start by telling you why I think it was control? Are you hear him? Mr. IG. I'm gonna go Kalu.
Fee, I love when you're polite. It's awesome.
I'll start working on that more in 2026, Kalu. You've inspired me.
Okay, hello, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. The reason that I think it leans more towards control than protection is because a system that demands obedience while at the same time denying understanding is not morally protective. In its structure is authoritarian. And when I look at the traits or the markers of control, I see withholding of information. I see threats of punishment. Both of those were present in this scenario. Limiting of autonomy, like they can't make decisions for themselves. They couldn't even have the knowledge that would grant them the ability to distinguish between what's right and wrong or what's good and evil. It would be like a parent forbidding a child to learn what danger is and then punishing them for making a dangerous choice. I don't know. I don't see that as being protective. I see it as negligent for sure, and definitely in an effort to try to control. And I also think that it maintains dependence, because if I want to teach my child how to make wise and rational and safe decisions, I have to give them the knowledge with which to use to base those decisions on. But by preventing your creation from knowing the difference between what's good and evil, you're pretty much guaranteeing that those things that were created remain dependent upon you. I also think that the element of punishment for making that choice, it's not necessarily obedience, it's maybe fear-based compliance. But when you talk about obedience, specifically if that obedience is going to be rewarded, that has to come from an informed place. Because if I don't have a moral conscience, I can't be celebrated for making the right decision. I didn't know it was right. So that's why I think for me, when I read the story, I don't see anything but control, especially when the thing that they were being protected from is the very thing that told them not to eat, not to access this knowledge to begin with.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay. Okay. I see where you guys coming from. That makes more sense. Oh, that's okay. You guys, yeah, I was kind of off topic at the end. Um, okay. The
I
reason
just
I
want to say
think
you're a
him putting,
sweetheart.
thank you. I try to be. Um, sorry, Cleo. The reason I think that it was to protect them, um, I don't think, I wouldn't say the Lord, because now I am new in my faith, so I have to be a little more understanding of this. So I think from your point of not letting him make like an entire, that is very smart. That is a good way to look at that. This is hard. You guys are good. How do I think about this?
He's adorable.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I
Um,
mean, that's while you're thinking about it, like that's the point of these conversations, right? To like prompt thought. We know what we've been told to think about the story. We know that we've been told, like most of us have been told things about this book that don't align with what's actually in the book. And that's just the nature of theology and indoctrination and dogma. But I do think the fact that you're even considering it without immediately pushing back against the fact that it's a rational point definitely needs to be celebrated.
thank you. um, so the Lord put the tree of life in the garden, and there she said that he. Okay, okay. Wait, okay, dang, I don't want to say that because I don't feel like y'all gonna think I'm getting off topic again.
No,
Okay, wait,
go
so
ahead and talk, but try to be concise. Say what's on your mind, but try not to drive us all the way to Florida. Like
okay,
think about think about your end goal and try to get there as concise as possible. Okay.
yeah, and okay, so Lucifer committed sin, and because his soul and his flesh is intertwined, he can't escape his nature of being naturally evil. There's no death for him because he's eternal. So when it came, for example, when it came to the tree of life, God knew that before we were eternal human beings, we didn't die, and God knew that we would rebel against him, and the enemy will tempt them, and they will fall into sin. So God knows this, and he knows if they were sorry, that's my train. He knows since if they were immortal and they fell into sin, they will become immortally bond to sin. They will be no different from Lucifer. But it was by the grace of God he put the tree there. Now, this is the thing about my Lord. He is very smart. That's why henceforth he said, you see him say it over the garden. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. Do not eat of the tree of life or you will surely die. Like he tells them that.
That's not what he says.
He in Genesis, right?
No.
It's in
It's the tree of
Genesis.
the knowledge
Look at
of
my
good and
book.
evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. He said you'll surely die, right?
from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, not the tree of life. Those are two completely different trees.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you. All right, so where's my Bible? You guys are definitely right. All right, so yeah, so he tells them they will surely perish. He tells them, no, not perish, die. So they know this, and God knows that they're going to rebel against him. So when you step out of alignment with God because he's all holy and righteous, you step into a place of darkness. And that's what happened with them. They stepped into the place of darkness. But because they were no longer immortal, they no longer have the mortal body to sustain like immortality the same way Lucifer did. Now they're not immortally bound by spirit and by flesh, and they're not immortally sinful. How is that possible? God put that tree there because he foreseen this. He knew we would commit sin, but he also had to make a plan. So what he said was he did that so Lucifer can tempt us into eating from the tree of knowledge and eating from the tree of knowledge. Why did he do that? Because if he didn't do that and Lucifer tempted us otherwise without a way for us to be separated from our spirit or our flesh, then we will be in the same bondagement as him,
I'm
which is
I'm trying
immortal.
I'm trying to follow you, Mr. IG, but I'm honestly not, right? Like I
Yeah.
it could be me. It could be me. I will own that.
I follow them. I do have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know,
I thought it was
like,
kind of interesting.
yeah, I just like if he took their immortality away for gaining this moral conscience of stepping in this place of darkness, like Lucifer, why didn't he take Lucifer's immortality away?
Because God's all loving and he chooses not to punish his creation, but he chooses to love his creation. And God loved you so much
Wait,
that
hold on. Listen to the question again, okay?
yeah.
He took the human's immortality away for
Hmm.
stepping in the same pile of shit that Satan stepped in. Satan was immortal. He did not take Satan's immortality away when Satan stepped in the shit first. Why did he take the human's immortality away for stepping in that same pile of shit?
Okay. Oh, that is a very good question. Okay, I see where you're coming from. That makes
Hmm.
sense. That makes sense. Why I would say the Lord didn't take Satan immortality away. This is why I would say that. And he chose to take humans away. Is because Lucifer rebelled against God when he was all perfect and holy and appointed to his, not his right hand, but appointed. Was he appointed to the right hand of Jesus? I'm not going to even say it because I'm not sure. But he was a high ranking angel, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It doesn't say that in the Bible. I don't know where y'all getting that from.
So Satan stepped in. Dang, I don't want to cuss. Satan
Wait, why
stepped
don't you want to
in.
curse? Because Jesus gonna get you? I ain't.
Nah, yeah,
Do
I
you
don't feel
curse in
like
real
it's the
life?
right thing
I
to
mean, do
do.
you curse in everyday life?
I used to, yeah.
Oh, you're not. You're trying
Um,
not to curse. Is that what it is?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying not to
Okay.
curse. I haven't.
Okay.
I've been on like a 2 day streak.
2 days. Okay. Well, good job. Congratulations on the 2 day if that's what you want to do.
Let's break
But
that motherfucker today. No, I'm playing.
but if you're trying not to curse because you're in here, I don't care. Because I am gonna curse. Everybody on this stage is gonna curse. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but go ahead.
Okay, so you asked why did he not
IG,
take away human? You know what? That's a good question. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to go back in my Bible and look at that. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. I can be completely honest with that. I do not know.
your Bible won't give you a why. Um, the God doesn't explain himself in this book. Like he just says the things that he does. Now the believers that we talk to will come up here and give a reason. But to Thinker's point, like that's a really great question. You mentioned Lucifer was eternal, but I don't know that you mean to use the word eternal because eternal doesn't have a beginning or an end. And you also believe that God created all the angels, right?
Yeah.
So the angels can't be eternal. They had a beginning, which means Lucifer can't be eternal. He had a beginning. But I think Thinker's point is right. Like, if you're saying that God is love and he's so loving that he gave the Lucifer a second chance, why wouldn't that opportunity be granted to his earthly children like he did his heavenly ones?
That's a good question. I would think because for us, we're held at a different standpoint because we were made in God's image. I'm pretty sure in this word it tells us that we it will be a time where we will be over the angels, like we will be anointed over the angels, and we were made in His image. So from my perspective, it's because we are held to a higher standard. We're held to a higher regard, where we're favored more in a way because of the image of God that we're made in.
What do we have as being made in God's image that angels don't?
And that is the question. That is the question. That is the question that I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no clue. I have been in a loop for that with that question for months.
He
I
reminds
have
me of
no
my
clue.
little brother.
Really?
Um, so the Bible actually says that the angels have the name of Yahweh inside of them, and they have the authority of Yahweh. They have the authority to forgive sin. You don't, as a human.
Yeah, that is true.
Don't you think that angels will be held at a higher standard if they have the name of Yahweh written inside of them, and that they have this authority to forgive sin? Shouldn't they
Well,
be
yeah,
held
no,
at a higher standard?
yeah. At this point, they are. At this point, they are. But when
Right.
it's all
So
said and done, the Lord. Oh, you can go.
no, right. So at this point, angels, Lucifer, by the way, according to you all, has some of the same properties as your God. Lucifer can be everywhere at the same time as your God.
Okay. Well,
I'm asking, is that
um. Oh, Lucifer can be everywhere the same way as our God. No.
so? When is
Mm,
Lucifer not like attacking the saints of God all around the earth?
no.
How is Lucifer? He's
It's
not.
not just. No, it's not. See,
I'm
and
sorry.
that's
I'm sorry. One second. One second.
that's.
Hold on. So him in the state that you're
Mhm.
in right now, there are believers who are praying to your God um, to take back what the devil has stole from them. There are people in another state praying the same prayer. There are people in Korea praying the same prayer. How is Lucifer fucking with all these people if he cannot be at multiple places at one time?
Well, Lucifer is, you can say, the head chief of the enemy. The enemy is demons. Devil in the Bible just means deceiver. It's multiple many deceivers as a third of the angels, which is became demons that fell with Lucifer. They all run rampant to fulfill Lucifer's desire because Lucifer became their god once they rebelled against God and chose Satan,
Where are
and
you
they
getting
chose
that
their
from?
hell.
Where are you getting that from? Because your Bible says that your God put those angels in the far end of the universe in a dark spot and chained them up. So how are they running around running errands for Satan if your God chained them up waiting for the final judgment?
If God changed them up and waiting for the final judgment. Not sure. Don't know.
Where did you get that from?
Can you answer? Yeah, can
Oh,
you answer the first question? Where did you do all the stuff you just said? Where did you get that from?
well, when I did my study of like the devil, and because one thing I couldn't make out is like how why the Bible at points of it segregated the word devil and Lucifer, and mostly around the world in Christian doctrine they put that Satan and the devil, I mean Lucifer and the devil is one, and by their wills, by the things that they do, they are, but by definition, even when we go into the Hebrew text, and I have the Apocrypha here and other books, but even when we go into deep text and we read the actual definition, they mean devil means deceivers and deceivers, not deceiver. That's more than one enemy, right? And
Yeah,
that's
you
where I
just
got fat from.
yeah, you just kind of gave us a whole like mythology like scene, low key. Where did you get like, oh, the devil is the final boss for demons, and then demons are doing this, like where do we find that information at?
Yeah, he
Where
reminds
did
me of
I?
like a cartoon character, like the sweet kid in a cartoon. He's like, that's where I got that from. Like he's like you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
The yeah, he sounds so innocent and so sweet. Go ahead, answer Ria's question for me.
Okay, so thank you. Where I got that from is I I'm be honest, I can't give you the perfect. I have my Bible dictionary right here. I had to go to definitions because some of the things that I seek to find the answers to, I do have to go
No,
outside the
him, not
Bible
the
and look.
definition. You've already told me about the definition, how you came up with that. I'm asking about the little snippet of us, like a story you just told us about the demons and the devil. Where are
Where,
you getting that information from?
oh, where I'm getting the information of the demons and the devil?
Yeah, you just told us
Okay.
like what the devil is doing. You said it was the final boss, all that.
Part where the devil became the demon's god.
I wish I had infinite stamina, Ocean's Helios. I wish. No, we're we're going a little longer since we're back on the main account after a 3-day suspension. But I also slept for 14 hours on Wednesday. I got off the phone with Fee at 1:30 and didn't wake up till 4 a.m.
God damn.
Yeah, so
Great.
my ass
Wow.
slept good. I haven't slept that good in a
That's
He
long time.
knocked you
impressive.
out.
I'm normally 4 hours on, 4 hours off, but yesterday my ass slept good.
Right. You remember how we used to tell people, like, look, our bodies are gonna do what they gotta do. Like, stop asking about the sleep. Remember I told you, like,
Hmm.
eventually you're gonna, like, we know we're gonna crash. And when it's time to do that, she gonna sleep
That's
14
not. That's
hours.
not.
Yeah, the next 3 weeks is just gonna do another rotation. And then it's all right, y'all.
That's not. That's not even sleep. That's slumber.
Yeah.
Rip Van Sinkle.
I hope so. Like, just 2 more hours. I think I might have been in hibernation.
Man.
Especially if you only used the four
Man.
hours.
Look, and then
You might be
let me
fine to
while
me,
he looking
but
for, let me tell y'all the dream I had while my ass was knocked the fuck out. No, seriously. Okay, I don't know how the hell I end up on this ride. I'm high up in the sky. I'm on a ride. All of a sudden, there is this man sitting in this in the like the row in front of me on this ride, and the ride goes upside down, and I don't have on a fucking seatbelt, and so we are upside down, and I'm holding on to the bar trying to keep myself from falling out of the ride. And I'm like, I'm not buckled in. I'm not buckled in. So he just looked at me and goes, buckle yourself in. So I just reach over and I grab the seatbelt and I buckle myself in. Next thing you know, I'm in a helicopter. And I'm in that, we're over the helicopter over this body of water. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm scared of the water. I'm going to fall out. Tell me why the fuck I made myself fall out the fucking helicopter on purpose. And then when I fall out the helicopter, I'm hanging on to this rope that, like, there's a rope. And I'm like hanging by the rope by my foot, and it's just circling me around in a circle. And I'm like, help, help, like screaming over this body of water. The rope breaks. I drop in the water, and then I end up on this bank, and there's like it's shallow, and there's like a couple of people just like wading in the water, but there's like three or four like ancestors sitting on the edge, and they're like, get in the water. And I was like, no, because my feet is not gonna touch the bottom. I'm scared, like my feet's not gonna touch the bottom. And they said, look, it's shallow, people are standing up. And I was like, no, I can't get in the water, I'm scared my feet won't touch the water. And that's all I remember.
Wow.
Where's
no,
Daniel when you need him?
I know, right? That's what I was about to say. You know you're gonna get a message. You know you're gonna get a message
I
from
already
some
know what it
lurking
is.
Christian.
I already know what it is. Hint, hint, Jarian. Jarian already know what that damn dream is about.
Okay. This is not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am looking at it. I don't have it that bland. It's kind of like it said. Okay, so it says in Saint Matthew 12:24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This fellow doeth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebul, I can't pronounce that, the prince of the devils." And they knew their thoughts, and they said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself brought to desolation. So right there it talks about how it's a that tells you like the prince of the devils, but it gives you a name of this devil, which is, I can't pronounce that word, Beelzebul,
Beelzebub. Oh,
Beelzebub.
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 Beelzebub. I suck at this.
Beelzebub. What?
It's
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Beelzebub.
So
Yeah.
that right there showed you a ranking of them, and then that right there gives you the ranking of, okay, there's a ranking to these demons in hell. That right there showed you there's a ranking because it describes him as the prince of the devils, which means if you know king, prince, you know how it goes, right? So that right there, that's what gave me that ranking and that idea. And then I went into,
You ever Google Beelzebub?
where is it at? What did you say?
That's the
Sorry, what
I
did you
said,
say?
did you ever look up who that is? That's not Satan. That's like the fly god, the Lord of shit. No, Beelzebub is different. Beelzebub is the guy that he's talking about in that book.
Beelzebul.
Spell the name, him.
Beelzebub.
See, now y'all finna summon him. Like,
Yeah, that's Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's what gave me my idea of it being a ranking system in the powers of demons, because
Hmm.
Right,
they described him as a prince, and that is somebody outside of Satan.
but it's
But
not though, because that it was originally thought to be a Philistine god.
say
That
that
doesn't
again.
have any. Have you ever? So Oso's point. Have you looked into who Beelzebub is in mythology?
I No, I haven't. I haven't looked into mythology. No,
Well,
I haven't.
you should look into that because the origin of Beelzebub has nothing to do with Satan. It's a Canaanite Philistine god.
What were you just reading from?
It's a
Matthew.
Saint Matthew 12:24.
You're reading the Apocrypha?
That's the
No, no,
Bible.
no,
Matthew.
no. I'm in
Matthew
my
12,
actual
24.
Bible. My apocrypha is what I'm talking
Why
about.
are you
Hold on.
calling it Saint Matthew? Oh, you're Catholic?
No, I'm sorry. It's just a habit.
oh,
It's a habit.
Uh, okay.
interesting.
Bees in the trap is crazy.
Oh my.
Oh goodness.
Because
It is
even in
it is definitely a habit.
yeah, even in Christian, like in certain Christian sects and groups that have understandings or beliefs about who Beelzebub is, he wasn't Lucifer. He was considered one of the first to fall with Lucifer, but he is not Lucifer.
Right.
But you said he was.
No, I was trying to. No, right here I was trying to explain how it's a ranking system to the power of demons.
But
Because
I think he's trying to
the
say
power
that
of,
Beelzebub works for Satan, but you've not
yes, that's what
shown
I'm trying
that.
to say.
Yeah, but you've not
Yeah,
shown that, right?
yeah.
Just
I
saying
haven't.
that, hey, here
Oh,
is a story about Beelzebub. That means that demons exist. That doesn't mean that Beelzebub is one of the angels, that the serpent or the dragon. First off, there's no proof that the dragon in Revelation, who tail took the angels, is the serpent in the garden. But also, you've not proven with what you read that. Are you listening to me? Or are you looking for some more demons?
Mr. IG,
Gonna be them demons.
please come back to the app.
You there?
Oh no, I was listening. Sorry, I was
Okay.
texting my sister.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was saying, like, just reading about a demon doesn't prove that demon works for the biblical Satan, or the Satan that you believe is, the one in the garden. Also, it doesn't prove that the Beelzebub is like of the angels that the dragon's tail took in Revelation, right? And I mean that honestly, bringing in the story about the angels from Revelation, it doesn't say the angels went willingly. It says that the dragon's tail grabbed them and he took them, and your God did not rescue them. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
So
I
the
ain't
like
Gonna lead
turning
into
them into demons when they didn't go willfully is kind of like black people turning their ancestors into demons after they die because somebody wants to say thank you or light a candle.
Yeah, I see your point.
Mr. IG.
Go and continue. Oh, did I? You
I
not? Can
was,
I not hear me?
I was gonna say, please, try your best to remain on the app, while somebody is speaking to you.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
And if
because it doesn't
if
count my audio, huh?
You're
yeah, we
Yeah,
can't
right.
hear.
okay.
Oh. Okay. I'm
If you
sorry.
need a scripture read, IG, we can pull it up and read it for you so that
Hmm.
you can stay on. Because if you can't see us, we can't hear you.
Okay. So Mark 3:22.
Okay. All right. Mark 3:22 says, and the scribes who came down from Jerusalem said, he has Beelzebul, and by the ruler of the demons he cast out demons. Who's talking here?
That's Christ, right?
And the scribes who came down from Jerusalem said, who's talking here?
Wait, is that the wrong verse?
Mark
3:22.
3:22. And the scribes who came down from Jerusalem said,
Oh, I'm
why
sorry. It's Matthew 12:26.
Matthew 2. I swear man, I'm going to start calling you J.O. You sound like my little brother. Matthew 12:26. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand? What does this have to do with Beelzebub?
I mean, well, that right there showed you how that that right there showed you that demons operate underneath Satan rule because Satan can't cast out himself. They're asking. He's not asking. He's telling him. It's like a question because sometimes Christ gives us questions that get us to think. He's asking, okay, how can Satan cast out? How can Satan cast out Satan? Which means how can he cast out the people working for him? How can he cast out evil? How can Satan cast out Satan? He can't. That right there explains right. They're under his rule. They're underneath him
He's saying if Satan
because he
cast
can't.
out Satan, right, then he is divided against himself.
Yeah, which that's what I'm saying. Like he can't do that because that weakens his kingdom. That means they work. That shows how they operate underneath him. Does that make
Who
sense?
operates underneath him?
The de- the demons, the fallen angels that work underneath Satan. That right there shows. That right there shows
Where
that.
does it say the fallen angels work under Satan? Again, in your
No, it doesn't say that bluntly.
hold on,
Hold on, Mr.
again,
IG.
in your text, it says that your God has those angels chained up. So how are they working for Satan if your God has them chained up waiting for the final judgment?
That's a good question. I don't know. I have to look into it. I don't know.
This also doesn't say anything about demons. It says he
Well, no,
knew what they were
it's
thinking. I'm sorry. It says he knew what they were thinking and said to them, every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste, and no city or house divided against itself will stand. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand? That's like saying if Jesus cast out Jesus, right? How will Jesus'
okay.
kingdom stand?
The more blunt one. Matthew 25, verse 31. No, 41. This should be 41.
You said
41.
25:41.
Yeah, 41.
Then he will say to those at his left hand, you who are accursed, depart from me into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels.
Yeah. Boom. Devil and his angels.
Where are
That means they
IG? Where are those angels right now? The ones that he took with his tail. Where are they?
In hell, chained up. I see where you're getting at.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see your point. I don't even know how to answer that. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue how to answer that. But I just wanted to like talk about how that make where I got that idea of like, because before I got here, when y'all ain't gonna lie, y'all got me on the first one where I didn't understand where it was like, where y'all was like, where does it say that they work under him? That's where I was just showing you like they work under him. That's all I was proving. I can't prove the
Hey,
point of like them being chained. I have no clue.
hey, Mr.
But
IG. Oh,
where's,
go ahead, Fee.
I was just going to say, where's the hierarchy? Like the devil and his angels. That doesn't necessarily imply someone working for someone. They could be partners.
Well, then if that was the case, he wouldn't separate it. He would just say the demons, right? But he separated it
Well,
and he gave Satan authority over the demons. That's why he says Satan and his angels. He put them
I,
under Satan as like a working system, like they work for him. They do his
but
mischief.
and is a conjunction. And does not imply a hierarchy. Like if it said and his supporting demons or and his his authority
Friends.
was exerted over the demons,
Mm-hmm.
but it just says and. That's a conjunction. You're adding that hierarchy that's not there based on what you believe to be true. But even if that did say that, you still would have to figure out how are they doing anything when God changed them up.
No, that I can't answer. That I can't answer.
But
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
let me. But my question to you again was, if the devil had the same abilities as your God, right? Even if we were to look at demons being like workers of your devil, the when in this story when Jesus is casting out demons, do they know who Jesus is? Do they bow down to Jesus? Does Jesus swear them to secrecy that he is the Messiah? Because the demons already know this information.
I would say yes. Yeah, I
So,
would say yeah.
okay. So your God took away humans' ability to be immortal. Again, for stepping in the same shit as this so called devil did. He allowed the devil to build a kingdom in all of his immortality. The devil and his angels have abilities that you as a human do not have. These devils and these angels in your belief system can fuck with humans, can test humans or do things to get humans to turn from your God. Humans have to pray to your God, and your God send angels to do his bidding to bless the humans and test the humans. I don't understand or see how you would be on a higher standard or a higher level than these angels who have these abilities that you don't have as a mortal. Like you literally have to, like you're at like you're subject to these
hmm
so-called higher powers. Like how are you at a higher standard that you deserve for your immortality to be taken away for stepping in the same shit as these immortal angels?
I wouldn't know.
But so why did you give us that answer if you can't answer that? Why was that your
Well,
answer?
the way you broke it down now, I'm be completely honest. I wouldn't know how to respond to that because for me to know that, I would ultimately have to know like what God foresees, and He doesn't explain that to me in His Word. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
He also didn't tell you the answer that you gave us, but you gave us that.
The answer about what? Say that again.
That the reason that he didn't take Satan's immortality but took the human's immortality was because the humans are on a higher standard than the angels. He didn't tell you
Yeah,
that.
well, we were made. Well, this is where it goes back to my point because we what tells me we were made at a higher standard, or not higher standard but above the angels, is when God quotes to us that we were made, like not we're made, but when it's all said and done, He will give us back what we lost and we will rule over the angels. So if He's giving us back what we lost and He's telling us we're going to rule over them, that means before we were supposed to, before everything went downhill. That's where I got that from. That's where I got that from.
Wait, that you were supposed to rule over the angels, the same angel that
Not
he
rule over them,
that
but
do what
be
now?
over them.
Be
be more
over the
be
angels.
more
You were gonna
more
get that.
powerful than them
You were gonna
in a
get
way. Not more
and you, hold
powerful,
on.
but like
And you were gonna get that
I would say
back. You
that just
said
prideful.
you were gonna get that back.
Yeah, God promised us a time where we will get it back and we will rule over the
Okay,
angels.
let's talk about that word
We'll be over
back.
the
Let's talk
angels.
about that word back. You know what that means, right?
Yeah, returning it, right?
Yeah. When did you have it?
Yeah.
When did humans have that ability?
I think well, I'm not going to even say I think. I would say we had that ability when we were first created.
Yeah. Where show us that in the text?
I couldn't show you that in the text. I said I would say because, I mean, it's not in the text. I'll be completely honest. I couldn't tell you when we would get it back, but I would say, like, for us to lose,
I'm
it
not
had to be a
asking
point
when
where
you
we
get
were
it back. I'm asking when did humans have that ability? When did humans rule over angels?
in the text.
Yeah, show me that in
Never,
the text.
never. Oh, when did it say that? I got you.
No, when
When did it
did
say that?
humans rule over angels?
It never told us that we ruled over angels in the beginning of the
So
text, but
how do
more
we
the
get
end of
it
the
back?
text.
How do we get it back if we never did it?
If you never had it, how do you get it back? That's what you're
Yeah,
asking.
how is it a return to something if it was never that way in the first place?
I don't know. Be- That's a good way to put that. I see what you're doing there.
I'm
I
not
just
really.
don't think he talked about it. That's smart. I ain't
I
gonna
swear
lie.
this is Jo. I swear that's why his name is Him. Like no, I'm joking. But I swear you remind me of my little brother so much.
That would be like me saying, I'm moving back to California. I've never lived in California. Not a day in my life. I've been to California, but I've never lived
Yeah,
in
yeah.
California. I can't say I'm going back to live in California if I've never lived there. So unless you can show us
Used to sing
where
that
this
song
book
all the time.
shows, where this book says that humans ruled over
Okay,
angels.
hold on. I'm gonna try to. I don't think I have this in my notes, but I can try. Where's in my Revelation study?
What denomination are you studying with?
I'm not denominational.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brings to freedom.
I mean, while he's looking for the scripture, I would really, it's for almost 500 people in here. I would really like all of the believers, specifically the older ones, to notice how he's engaging, right? He's being civil. He's asking questions. He's answering questions. He's engaging logically and honestly. This does
He's
not have to be contentious.
researching,
Exactly.
bringing his
Yeah.
sources.
He has notes. He's referring to said notes. Like, please pay attention to this young man.
That's what I was saying earlier. They want people to believe that this is the only way these conversations can go. They want people to believe that, oh, there's no way to have a civil conversation about this belief in the God. It just has to be contentious. They're so mean. They're so angry. No, baby, you are the problem. We've experienced people that are able to, talk to us, have decorum, have respect on a human level. You are the problem.
Did you see that foolishness in the comment?
What did it say?
That nigga said 2026 Zion back.
Oh my gosh.
I know you
Oh
fucking
my
lying.
gosh. Goodness gracious.
Okay. So I have in Hebrews how it talks about we were made lower than the angels,
Hmm.
and then Christ came down here, took upon the flesh, and he said we would be seated at his right hand, and that's where I sparked that we get authority over the angels. Hold up, let me see if I can. Let me read through this. I gotta look and find the scripture. I quote it. My notes is kind of wonky.
Gonna be alright, kid.
Did Zion come back? The only thing difference is the extra N. Like,
Yeah.
did you add anything other than that?
You look same great taste.
Okay. So look, I was wrong about us ruling from the start. We were made lower than the angels, and we started to have authority over the angels when we sit at the right hand of Christ, and that's where he talked. That's where I got that from. This is why it's good to go do your notes and your research.
And it actually is in First Corinthians, but Paul is saying to them, to the Gentiles, like, why are you arguing with human authority when when it's all said and done? You're going to judge the world. You're going to judge even angels. First off, Paul don't fucking.
Mhm.
How does Paul fucking know? How does Paul
I
know?
see.
Hold on, because Paul, there is nowhere in this text where Jesus is saying to Paul, humans are going to judge angels. How does Paul know that humans are going to judge angels?
The problem was believing that whole vision thing in the first place, because the minute people start believing that shit, he can put whatever the fuck he want in there. At this point now, he can claim that the supernatural Jesus has told him any fucking thing, because how are you going to verify that?
Did
See,
Paul make the first
that's the point.
denomination? Like,
I
cause
think
Paul,
so.
you get what I'm saying? Like, cause that's
Mm.
ultimately what pastors are doing now. So when they read something, they're like, nah, I don't think that's the case. Actually, you know what? Y'all can sin. You don't have to follow the law. Just ask for forgiveness and you're good to go. Like, it seems like that deviation from what Jesus said, cause Paul never met Jesus.
Right.
To the person in the chat that keeps tagging my motherfucking name, stop. Okay? Stop.
Okay. So, yeah, I see your point with that. Because you guys are thinking like logically, like I understand that, but then that's a good point. It's not much I can say about that because my belief and my faith is just entirely different. I mean, I can go in and say because he has the Holy Spirit upon him and God's revealing it to him, but then you'll be like, that doesn't make sense. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
no,
Or it
that, I
makes
mean,
sense,
that's
but
the
he can
same.
just he can throw anything in there because of what he can just say. I got a vision of this and that,
But,
and
but, but,
I see that point.
hold on. But what's the difference between Paul getting a vision and your pastor getting a vision?
Not sure. It's no difference.
So then you believe everything your pastor tells you that he sees, that the God says to
If
him.
if it aligns with scripture, yeah, I believe it. If it doesn't, I don't know. He's spreading false doctrine.
Well, I mean, Paul doesn't
My
align with
mom.
scripture. Paul paraphrases and misquotes scripture. Paul doesn't even align with scripture.
And I also want to point out that, like, this is not, we're pointing this out so people can kind of at least think about the things that they're saying, right? You just kind of made an argument that you had to go back into with faith. You very well believed that humans were created over angels. Like, you've believed that and even told it to us, right?
Will
Until you
yeah,
went, huh?
yeah. I say yeah. I say yeah.
Right. Until you went back to read it and realized that you were wrong. So with your faith, I don't know if that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's a good scale to figure out what's, scripturally accurate or not, because you just believed something that wasn't scripturally accurate.
Well, which that is true. That was a mistake on my part. That came from lack of wisdom and understanding. Because what I wrote in my notes, I didn't go back and look in my notes before I spoke, and that is my fault. I relied it on my own understanding, which God told me not to do, and I'm still learning as a baby Christian. But that was my fault. I went on my own understanding and what I thought I knew, but then when I went back to scripture, it started to make more sense. That's why we must
But
know. That's why I must grow to know the word of God a little bit more.
But Aj, the thing is, even if you're not going on your own understanding, you're going on someone's own understanding. You're going on some human's own understanding, because each believer has to negotiate with this text. It's inconsistent. There are contradictions in this book. Paul tells you have to. One of them says faith alone, another says faith and works. Like there's one scripture that says the children don't pay for the sins of the father. There's another one that says they do. There's one scripture that talks about, I mean, the first two books of Genesis don't even give the same order of creation in the creation story. And one of them, man and woman were created together. And then in another one, they were created at different points. So there's not a Christian on this planet that doesn't negotiate with this text to determine which of these scriptures better represent their understanding of God. So when you say leaning on your own understanding, you're going to have to lean on something because the book is inconsistent. It's not level. So there can be no balance there.
Do you know what it means
Okay,
when it
well,
says that
I can.
do you know what it means when it says that the all scripture is inspired by God? Do you know what that means? Or uh all scripture is God breathed.
Yeah,
What does that
it's
mean?
inspired by the. That means that the things that's written in the scripture comes from God through us. He uses us to
You can't.
connect to us the same way He uses Jesus to connect to us to save us.
Okay. So if I say that, like, I wrote a song um, over the last couple of days, and that song was inspired by a conversation that was on Zena Mae's Live, and a Christian who was saying the most egregious shit named Rika. If I say that this song was inspired by Rika, did Rika tell me what to write? Are these Rika's words?
Oh, I see what you're doing here. That makes sense.
Oh my, where he is so cute. Goodness
Wait,
gracious.
Oh my
Y'all,
Rika
goodness.
was who I was
this
talking
is,
about.
I swear, y'all, listen, I swear, the way he responds to things and how this is my little brother, J.O. Like, he sounds just like J.O. I mean, this isn't
Oh,
J.O., but I swear I could be having a conversation with J.O. right now.
well,
Wow.
I'll be honest. I can't give you. I can't. I'm a baby Christian, and I'm still building in my faith, and like I'm still learning. So like I couldn't like your point of it's a lot of contradictions in the Bible. This is honestly wholeheartedly no diss to you. I don't know if that's true because I haven't read through the whole Bible. I
Mm.
haven't got that far yet. So I don't think
Mm-hmm.
there are so far as where I've been. But like if you bring up scripture to me and be like, well, this is a contradiction and I've never read it, I can't verify it. My mom always told me to do my own research. So if I don't do my own research and you come to me and I don't have the knowledge that you do, I can't, I
Absolutely.
can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I would
absolutely.
have to look more and research more than I have.
Absolutely.
Mr. IG.
And that's the right thing to do. Go ahead, Kalu.
Mr. IG, are you someone that accepts reality?
What do you mean by reality?
Like, do you accept things that exist in
Yeah,
reality?
yeah,
Right. Um, do you accept things that contradict reality? Like things that don't make sense?
yeah.
You accept those things?
Yeah, I would accept things that don't make sense.
And is that because you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you started reading the Bible, because you brought us to Matthew, I'm assuming you've only just read the Gospels. You haven't read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. You haven't gone through
I've
those.
I've read a little bit of Exodus. I have read half of Matthew, and I have read all of Revelations.
Okay. What about Genesis chapters 1 and chapter 2?
No, I haven't ran through the whole in Genesis. Oh no, I have read John too. I haven't read through Genesis entirely yet. No,
Okay. So you have not read, I'm just confirming, you have not read Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2.
no. When I
Okay.
first got in this, I was like, I asked my friend, I was like, where should I start? And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John teach you about Christ the most. Start there. So that's where I kind of started.
For sure. For sure. Now you said you accept things that happen in reality, but you also believe in a God, but you want to also see contradictions. Do me a favor. If I can give you homework, I know you have a notebook. I like that you have a notebook. Can you do me a favor and read Genesis chapters 1 and chapter 2 and then write down the like things that are happening in order and then compare them? Can you do that for me, please?
Yeah, I can.
I appreciate that.
It's always interesting when
Hey,
and this is oh go ahead,
I'm
ID.
sorry, but um, I don't read comments. But the first thing saying, how you going? You want to teach us about the Bible and you haven't read it?
Don't worry about them.
Oh
Dude,
Don't
yeah,
worry about
no,
them.
I am a
Don't
don't
worry
baby
about them.
address the
Christian, bro.
comments.
Don't worry about them.
I
You
am
see,
trying
Don't
to
worry
learn.
about the comments, baby.
you see, I didn't say anything about that because it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Your belief is your belief, but I always want everyone to read the terms and conditions and make sure it makes sense to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely say ignore the comments. And what I was going to say is that this is no shade against you because I was very much like this as a Christian as well. Like we've got a, a sub only study session going on tomorrow, and we're reading the story of King Manasseh, who just learning was ultimately blamed for the downfall of the entire Davidic kingdom. I did not know that there were two completely different stories in this book about who he was, right? And we're studying those differences and we're looking at the scholarly research about why those differences are, who wrote those books. So and again, this is not about you per se, because this is just how indoctrination works. You're taught to accept something as true before you possess the critical thinking skills to be able to think through it and ask the questions to make sure that it is actually true. If you can't test a thing, how do you know it's accurate? So to claim that there are no contradictions in a book that you haven't read is a little premature. And I think it puts you in a position where you can't validate that. Someone told you that there's no contradictions in it. Someone told you that, it's cohesive, but if you haven't confirmed that for yourself, I think it may be it may be wise to not say that if you don't know that to be true.
That's fair.
But
Are you really
also
gonna do that
don't.
homework?
Yeah,
Oh so.
I'm
Oh so.
actually writing this on my notes right now.
Oh my God. Why is he like that?
Yo,
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
You know how you can't leave toddlers to be quiet for too long?
exactly.
Yeah.
Rhea, you called
Yo,
it.
also
Whenever
send me
he
that.
is
Send me
off
that. Send me
app
that.
for too
Where
long, we know something's
where is
coming.
Also,
Bash?
please send me that.
Where is
Please send me
I
Bash?
that.
don't
Look,
know
Yo.
what he
hold
Please
on.
is.
send me that. Please send me that.
Why does he act like this?
yo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right. Um. Okay. Well,
I'm fucking crying.
I'm gonna do more research for you guys, and I'm gonna follow you and screenshot the name because I do plan on coming back in the future. It might be 1 year, it might be 2 years, it might be 50, but I'm coming back.
Oh my God. All right,
Adorable.
little JL. Hey, don't listen, allow yourself to ask questions. Don't forego logic and critical thinking, even while you're researching your belief system, okay?
All right.
All right, have a good
And
one.
also, I was gonna point out, like again, this is just advice. You could take it, leave it, it don't matter, right? So I do like Fee kind of already pointed at it. You do talk with kind of a confidence, right? Of like, this is what I know. I think you should definitely look into how do I know these things? Like, how am I coming up with this like conclusion? Or, oh, I think they're doing this and the devil's doing that and this is the God is doing it. Does the information actually correlate with what I'm saying is fact, or this is how it is, or this is how it's supposed to be? A lot of the times we encounter grown men 50 years old, 60, that will talk with that confidence and then realize that they don't know where they're even getting that information from, and then we usually get them to crash out or something. But you seem a bit receptive, so I do say, I will say, just think about it a little bit more. Like, why do I believe this?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that.
All right.
And for the people crashing out, I'm sorry about them on the
Don't
Christian's behalf.
Oh yeah,
don't worry
please
about
Yeah,
it.
don't.
don't
These are
don't
grown.
apologize for somebody else's actions.
Yeah, these are adults that have spent way more time on this planet than you have, sweetheart. Yeah, no, they should be apologizing to you for
Yeah.
embarrassing you. No.
Some of them don't even know how to use the bathroom until they meet Jesus.
Right. Please.
And that's I'm not even like making that up. Like they
Yeah,
said
they
that.
said that. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
would definitely
Yeah.
suggest sticking around and listening to the
Somebody said that?
conversations that we have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not
yes,
gonna lie, that's kind
they
of
did.
nuts.
Yeah,
Nuts is
listen
funny.
to listen for real. No pun intended. Listen to the conversations that we have. Watch the way the believers behave in defense of this God. Listen to the things that they have to accept as being okay for the purpose of worshiping this God. Watch how they refute the very words that we read in the book that they claim to guide them. Just pay attention to that. We're not telling you what to think. We're just telling you where to look. You can land at your own conclusions based on what you see.
As a matter of fact, IG, stay right there for a second.
Mm.
No.
Thinker, you're a genius.
2026,
You're a genius.
Zion is back.
Oh, this the famous Zion?
It's a famous Zion. Yes, he is.
What's up, bro?
Everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows
But
my twin. Well, everyone knows me more.
he's still holding that in
You don't
2026. That's
even know.
crazy.
Like, hey, IG, please do
Yes.
not tell me that.
I ain't come to talk about Bible
Hold
here.
on,
I just
IG.
come
Why
here.
the hell are you talking while
Unnecessary.
I'm talking, Zion? I am not talking to you. IG, please do not tell me that you associate with a motherfucker who thinks that he is the original Adam and Eve intersex, they, them in the fucking garden. Like, this motherfucker swears that up and down that he is his own goddamn twin. This is somebody that you follow.
I'm sorry.
Is this somebody you follow?
No. I'm confused.
You don't know who this is? Why did you say, is this the famous Zion? Do you know who this is? Or did you just
Oh
bluff
Because he
no,
was
it?
no,
saying he
no,
famous in the
no,
comments.
no. I just said that just to say it.
Oh, so you blew his head
He
up
said,
for you blew his head up?
No, he been reading the comments, right?
Yeah,
You
he
been
probably
hearing
been in
them
the
talk
He been
about
comments.
saying
yeah,
he
it?
I see.
famous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I seen him
I
in the
haven't been reading his
comments.
comments. He been saying he's famous
Yeah,
in the
his
Yeah, he been
comments.
comments.
saying he famous in the comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
people been
okay.
talking about Zion in the comments for a bit. That's
Oh,
why.
okay. I
Yeah,
didn't see
that's why
that.
I said that.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah, I
see
was
that.
like, who's the Zion person?
He
Okay.
claims he owns Best Buy in the comments.
He said what?
He said he owns Best Buy.
Oh
I
my
He
do.
runs.
fucking
He
gosh.
said he runs
I do
Zion
run Best
Phillips.
Buy. I do run Best Buy.
Run a section in the
Yes,
store
a
as
section.
a manager
I
at
don't
Best
work
Buy.
there. I don't work there.
You
I'm a
run and
part of
get coffee for your
CEO.
assistant manager.
I'm not an assistant man. I'm a part CEO. I work with
You're a
the
part
I'm a
corporate.
part
CEO.
Part
CEO.
CEO. Part CEO. Oh my
I
god.
said
Which
part of
letter?
the
Which letter are
CEO.
you?
Part
Which
of
letter are you?
corporate CEO.
I'll see you guys. I'll see
Part-
you
All
guys
right,
later. I
bye
gotta get
IG.
ready for
Bye.
snowboarding.
Have a
Have a
good
good one,
one.
bro.
Have a good one.
You the C, the
I
E,
didn't
or
come
the
to talk about
O?
the Bible. I didn't
Which
come
one
here
Have
are
to
a
you?
good
struggle.
one.
Are you the C, the E, or the O? Which one?
I'm the
F.
co-CEO. Co-CEO.
The co-CEO. So you're the
What?
CEO.
He bought like a $10 stock and decided
No,
he
I
was
bought more than that
CEO.
actually. I
Sir,
bought
see, so
1.5
I
million.
knew. There we
He
go.
bought
Anyways,
You're the
Hold
1.5
on,
CEO,
hold on.
million.
CEO,
Stock doesn't
CEO.
give you a position like CEO,
Them
motherfucker.
motherfuckers are crazy.
It doesn't give you that.
Those Coco. You're a Coco?
Ocho.
And then the stuff for like Best Buy, 1.5 million most definitely ain't finna get you that shit.
And on top of that, we got Bash at home.
Hello?
They be lying for Christ.
hello?
Yeah.
So like I was saying, yes, I do stocks with them, but I work with them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And I ain't come here
So you work at the store and then you bought
to
stocks?
Why your phone suck? Get a new one at Best Buy.
Right, you
I
work
have
at
I
Best
have the
Buy.
iPhone 17, sir.
So do you work there? You work at a store?
No.
So what do
Um
you do?
I meant like I'm the CEO, like the corporate CEO, like I
Yeah,
manage,
as a CEO, what do you do?
like I run the store.
Okay, so the store.
Yes,
Yo, what?
I run the store like the
So you're the
goods,
The
manager at the
warehouses.
CEO
store.
runs the store.
Yes, I run the
The
store.
store.
Yes, I run the store.
The one
Yo,
store?
Multiple stores.
How many
can't. Your
stores?
phone sucks. Get a new one at
I
Best
have
Buy.
5 locations.
You said all 5 locations, so you're a regional manager?
I'm not a manager. I'm a
This
franchise
motherfucker,
owner.
this motherfucker got like if he let's say he did spend 1.5 million. This motherfucker talking about 20,000 shares of Best Buy, and he the fucking co CEO with 20,000 shares. Motherfucker, you don't even own like your ass is diluted.
Anyways, Thinker, it's
You
good
don't
that you guys.
you less than common stock. You ain't even common stock, motherfucker.
Anyways, it's good that you guys acknowledged me though when I got in this
It's
chat.
crazy that like he's literally shrinking. Deflating
Like,
his
yeah,
ego is
sure.
literally shrinking him.
He do every time he come on stage.
Mentally right. Anyways, like I was saying, thank you guys for acknowledging Zion on 126. It was very appreciated, guys.
Huh?
I made a video about Bible because.
Why does your iPhone 17 sound like that?
What are you talking about? My iPhone 17 sound like
Okay,
what?
Dumbass,
there
you
we
I can
go.
sound
hear you
like you're
guys
in
perfectly fine.
water, bro. You sound like somebody's suffocating you or something. Are you okay?
Ria, when you gonna take Zion
You sound
serious?
dumb as hell. I don't even know you. I heard you about you from the comments and the
All right,
conversations. You sound
I'm
dumb. I
not.
don't have to
I'm not.
I don't
I'm
have
not
to engage
JK. By
with
the
you. I'm
way.
asking you why your iPhone
Okay.
17 sounds like that. Why
Well, my
you
phone
work
sounds
at
perfectly
Best
fine.
Buy.
You're hearing me perfectly fine. We're
Yeah,
talking.
now I can hear you because you just moved something. Your dumbass finger was probably like blocking the speaker and you didn't
Right.
know. Like,
Anyways, Ria,
Oh,
I
you
we
don't
need to
got all
understand
talk.
that.
why
I need to talk to you.
common sense would hit y'all in the forehead and you would just be like, no, I don't want it. The
The
fuck?
chat got a. The chat got a. What am I call it?
Why you got all that money? You can't afford a phone stand.
What are you talking about? I have an iPhone 17.
Okay, but why don't you have a phone stand?
Why do I need that for?
So you could just stand your phone up and you could just talk because you're moving around too much and you're not chill for a rich guy.
Yeah, he was
I
probably over there
guess.
covering his own
Aren't you
mic
from
and didn't
Nigeria?
know it.
He
Aren't
thinks
you
the
from
iPhone
Nigeria?
7. He think he has an iPhone 17
Okay.
because he bought it in 2017.
Right.
You're from Nigeria, son of
Yeah.
Kolu, something like that.
Okay.
Do you know? Do you know who I work with in Nigeria?
Oh
Hold
wow.
on.
Oh,
Hold on.
bro,
Let me.
Kalu, tell me if that's not a Nigerian ass thing to do. Do you know who I am? You know my
Yeah.
people.
Do you
Yeah. Hold on.
know? Do you know? Do you
Let
know
me guess.
Blord
Hold on. Let
in
me guess.
Nigeria? Do
Let
you
me
heard? You
guess.
have you heard of Blord
Hold
in
on.
Nigeria?
Hold on. Let me answer you. I don't care.
I know you don't
Mm.
care because be careful who you're talking to. You're talking to a very rich person on this phone.
You talking
I
to
got
a
money
rich person on
everywhere.
this phone. You rich on the phone.
Okay.
Anyways, like I was,
That's the only place your ass is rich because you be making up shit.
I ain't making up shit. Bro. Right now I'm in a mansion. I don't gotta make up shit.
Okay.
That
Spiritual
motherfucker
mansion.
dreaming in his fucking. You in
Yeah.
heaven in your
Okay.
head,
Zion,
motherfucker.
You guys know
are
about
you
my
still a
brother,
pastor?
so I don't gotta talk too much.
Zion, are you still a pastor?
That's my brother. That's not me. I'm not no pastor.
Oh wait, you're the brother that has the combined credit score 835, right?
At least you know. But anyways,
Okay.
Ria, we gotta talk.
Ew.
What do you mean, ill?
You just want to
I
be
Ew,
meant.
nigga.
I
feminized.
meant what I
Like,
meant. Ew.
Why you saying ill?
Because
You're
that was
gross.
disgusting.
You're
How is that
disgusting.
gross? Do you like guys or something?
Don't you?
You don't like guys?
What are
Don't
you
want us to
talking about?
kiss
I'm
you?
talking about Ria. Me and her gotta talk. You
I
talking about
don't know
ill?
why the fuck somebody with a brain like this would think I would hold a conversation with them. Like the
Damn.
fuck?
I mean,
Zion's the
shit.
one on a man
I got
train
I,
asking
I
people
got
if they like
money.
men.
I could take care of you. I could help your business.
Go
I could do a
use
lot of
that
things.
go use that money to get into a psych ward. Go pay for
Wait.
somebody to take care of you. Ain't nobody
So I'm
doing that
already
shit.
taken care of. Do you know my net worth?
What
No.
is it?
I'm not gonna say because that's not nobody's
Like,
business,
keep
but
it
it's a
to
Oh,
lot
okay.
of
Well,
yourself.
money.
then it doesn't matter.
Well, but even
Okay.
without saying the number, can you tell us how net worth is calculated?
My assets.
Ah. Got
Plus
got
what?
it.
You said what?
What's the formula for net worth? Because people who are
How much
millionaires
I'm worth,
absolutely
how
know
much
how.
I have.
Right. What
Mm.
goes into that calculation? What are the variables that determines a person's net worth?
We're not gonna talk about math over here.
But you have a
I
net worth. Like people who have
Yes,
a
I
net
mean,
worth know
like
how that's calculated.
if you search me up, you'll see my net worth.
I'm just
By your
interested
net
Neth?
in
worth?
Are
Zion.
you
Your
Yeah,
saying
what?
my
Neth?
net worth.
I said net
Mhm.
worth.
No, you did not.
You did not.
Okay.
How much is liquid?
You said what?
How much of it is liquid?
Go
Well,
on
those
Google
are,
and
5
search
degrees
me
that's
up.
not what
Celsius.
she means, though.
That's it. Net worth, not net.
How
I don't know
much
where
of it
somebody's
is
getting that from.
liquid?
We're not. I'm not talking about science or none of that. I
He
ain't coming here
said
to talk about none of
science.
that, man.
Man,
If
He
you want to
said
know how much
science.
I worth, just go to Google. Google will tell you.
Okay, so you're a CEO H2O. That's what you are.
Anyways, the dude from Nigeria
hey,
trying to be funny, but he
don't
doesn't know
forget
who
he
I
on
am in his
Neth.
own country. Like
He a
Oh,
Neth head.
so. Oh my God.
I see kings and queens in Nigeria, something that you will never have the opportunity to see,
Okay.
sir. Yeah, man.
What?
Sorry to say it.
Why did you think Thinker was talking about science when she asked how much of your net worth was liquid?
No, she was talking. She know what she was trying to do.
No. I'm asking you what she was trying to do. Why did you think that had anything to do with science
Because
when she
Think is
asked
trying to be
you?
funny.
No,
No, it
she's
wasn't.
asking you. My question is, why do you think she's talking about science when she asked you about how much of your net worth was liquid?
She said liquid money.
I know
Right.
that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
How much
she
of
That's
it?
didn't
How much of
say
your
But
net
why would
worth
I
is
money
talk?
can't
liquid?
be liquid.
Because like I don't like to show off my how much I have. I like to keep it to myself.
Unless you're bragging about it.
Ain't nobody bragging
on
about it.
on the
I just
internet.
I just gotta make it known that when people talk to me, they need to know who they're talking to. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
And money cannot be water. Everyone knows that, right?
I didn't say money is water. I never said that.
Yeah, I'm saying you said like you agree with me that money can't be water, right?
No,
Oh, what
Huh?
money can be water?
I never said money is water. I'm not agreeing
No,
with
I'm
you.
saying you agree with me when I say money can't be water, right?
Oh yeah. I didn't hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure.
I mean,
Anyways, the dude from Nigeria, man. Do you know your people that I work with?
No.
How the
Yeah, you
fuck
need to
would
do your
he?
research,
How
man.
the
You know
fuck
Ever
would he
Lobo?
know
He
You know
that?
said.
I
How
Ever
He
don't
would
Lobo?
he
know. I
even
don't know
Nigeria?
your
know?
coworkers. I don't know your
You know
Like
coworkers.
Davido? You
what?
know Davido? You know Banner Boy? You know
I
all
don't
these
know.
guys?
I don't know your coworkers. I apologize.
Those are not my coworkers. Those are artists that make music in Nigeria.
They're what?
Narcissist.
artists.
Those are
They're
artists
what?
that make Nigerian music. Davido, Banner Boy, you know these guys?
Do I know them
Yes.
personally? No.
Right. So be careful who you're talking to then. Thank you.
Sure.
Why
Okay.
do you always look like a balled up piece of paper? Like,
What?
Banner Boy got a
like,
last name
What?
dude, every
Thomas.
time
He's
I
an
look at your
artist.
PFP, it look like a
Oh
balled up
my
piece of
god.
paper that somebody
Thomas,
unraveled and
it
just
is
set your ass
Oh,
in
if
the
celebrities.
somebody said
corner.
that to me, I will never show my face again. Oh wow.
He called
Oh
you
my
crinkly dog.
goodness.
That's not
Yeah, it look
crazy.
like a crinkled up piece of paper, like a paper doll that
Oh,
somebody unwrapped, balled up, and then unraveled and set his ass in the corner. Why the fuck is you
bruh.
standing like that in that fucking
I
Think
would
PLP?
I have a
find the
question for you.
darkest corner to crawl in if somebody
Think I have
said
a
that
question
about
for
me.
you.
Oh my goodness. A
Like,
crumped up paper?
Thinker, I have a question for
Oh.
you. Zion is speaking.
oh my god, answer the fucking question though. Why you standing like that in that fucking picture, bro?
She just want
Why
to
I'm
know why
standing like
you
that in the
got
picture?
scarecrow. She just want to know why your
Man.
posture is like the scarecrow for your
Anyways,
wig. Like,
I
is
have
there
I
any way
to
you can
ask
straighten it up?
this
Like,
because
how
I
did
got
you
a
come
question.
up
A
Depressed.
few
with
more
that?
minutes.
You look sad.
I have to
Balled
go in a few
up
more minutes, and
paper,
I have
man.
to ask
she
this
said, balled
question:
up paper.
Man.
did
My
God lie
brain
to
wouldn't even
Adam
come
and
up with
Eve to
that. I hate
protect
when
them
people are
or
funnier
control
than me.
them?
Thinker, how did you He said balled up paper. I'm never letting that go.
She
Oh
told that
man.
man he looked like sixth grade homework. Like, quite
Yeah, like
literally.
seriously. Like, y'all remember when we used to cut out those paper dolls? Y'all remember
Oh
that?
my
I have
god.
no idea what you guys talking about. Anyways,
Yo.
did God lie to Adam and Eve to protect them or to control them? That's a very good question, Thinker. First of all, I'm not gonna talk too much about Bible right now, but I know from Genesis that God didn't control nobody. Now everybody want to stay silent
I'm
because
just
when I
like, what
speak,
the
it's
fuck?
heavy. I know when I speak, it carries weight. Right.
Is that what do you think that's what it is, Zion?
Yeah, it is what it is. When Zion's,
Also,
whenever I come up here, people
Oh,
know when Zion's here. Everybody gotta be quiet and let me
Not the
finish talking.
hat. Why you put his hat on
so
there?
we just put him on a big street.
So yeah,
What?
bro, I
Listen,
got a
my
few more
thing
minutes.
called.
Can we talk
not the
about the topic?
hat.
I got a few more
Also,
minutes. I gotta go. I got
How did
money
you
to
get
make.
his
I
hat?
gotta
You
go. Can
are
we talk about the topic real quick?
horrible.
Hello, I got a few more minutes. I got money to make. Can we
Oh
talk about
my
the topic real quick?
goodness. Please censor that picture. I want to see the whole
Oh
thing.
my
It
goodness.
looked just like him.
Also,
My
Please.
driver will be here in the next hour.
Hold
Can
on,
we
hold on,
talk
hold
real
on.
quick
I'm gonna
before I
take a
go?
nigga
screenshot.
said
I
no
gotta go.
driver.
Can we talk about the topic
Yeah,
real quick?
like BB
These
screenshot on the other
people,
side. I gotta see that shit.
these people are
That is
not
literally what
okay.
I imagined with the hat and everything.
I'm still waiting.
Yo.
I'm still waiting.
Oh my
Somebody
goodness.
said I do DoorDash. Are you crazy? Do you like DoorDash? Don't
Somebody
get me
said put a
wrong.
jacket
Everybody
on.
start from
No, he
somewhere,
got a
but not
sweatshirt on,
DoorDash.
don't he?
Yeah, he do. Hold on, I can put a zip up on him.
Put it on, put it on.
Half of you guys in the chat are haters because you guys are not where I'm at right now in life. Haters. Anyways, I got a few more
Zion,
minutes. Can we talk real quick about this topic? I gotta go. My driver's about to be here in a few minutes.
Zion, like the level of your imagination should be studied. Like
Ain't
you
no
come up here and
Bro.
imagination.
pretend
Trust
to
me.
be
Trust
you,
me.
right. You pretend to be
His
your
lies be
own
lying.
twin. I know, right? Like
Tell
I
me
don't
where
know
you
how
at.
you
I
keep up with
promise you
them.
I'll get a plane ticket and be there by tomorrow.
I
Just
can
to show you
guarantee
I
you
ain't
that would
lying.
not happen.
Ew, to
No.
do what? Why the
No,
fuck
no,
would
no, no.
anyone want you
Just to prove my
around them?
point.
Why would
Just to prove my
anyone
point.
want you
I'm
around
not
them,
just talking.
fucking
I got
weirdo?
You
money.
know
Just
what
to
you
prove my
you know
point.
what you can do, Zion? You know what you can do? You can click on Ria's link tree. She's got a foundation
Yeah,
that
let's see how much
she's
money you
working for
got.
children. So instead of flying to where I am, put the money that you would have paid for that plane ticket, put it to Ria's nonprofit to help children.
That's what.
That'll show
Yeah,
us.
I could do that. What the heck? I
Yeah,
could
do
donate
that.
a lot of money.
Do it
Yep,
right
go ahead and
now.
do
We
that.
have
We
Do
just,
it
live
we
right
just, me and
now.
her gotta talk
I
about it.
can no,
Cause
I don't
I
have to
gotta know
talk to you
what.
about shit. Do it right now.
I'm not just gonna send money
Okay,
because you
yeah, we
tell
don't
me
have
to
nothing
do it
to
right
talk about
now.
then.
What the heck?
Goodbye.
You gotta tell me what is this about? How is
I
it
don't
helping
have to tell
people?
you shit.
Yeah,
It's a
okay. You see, that's
nonprofit.
that's
All
that's
you
not
have to
that's
do is
not right. Then
click the link. All the info. Can you read? Do you
it's
have the
okay.
skills
When
to
when
read?
when
Are
when
you
I get
able
in a
to
car,
read? Hey, are you able to read?
I see you trying to
Are
be
you
funny,
able
Leah.
to read? Can you read?
You trying to be funny.
Can you read is the
Yes,
question.
yes. It's a question
Okay,
I'm
so when you
answering.
click the link, mutual aim and everything that we do is right there for you. I don't have to talk to you. That's gonna make me take a shower for a week. I don't want to do that. So go and read that. It tells you everything about what we do, our mission, and all of that. Go donate there. There's live monitoring, so I will get a notification once you do it. So go do it.
I
I don't
would
have
do
to
it
talk to
on my
you.
free time. Right
Ew.
now, I'm gonna be busy, but I would do it. I'll check it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you don't have the money right now. You got to go like steal something.
I don't got to know. I said when I'm less
Do it
busy.
right now. Do it
Why
right now.
why are you gonna
You're on
demand me
live
to
right
do
now. Just
something?
swipe out.
Like I'm my
You're
own
live
boss. I
right
do
now.
what I
You
want to
here
do
right
at
now,
the
Zion.
time.
Big money, Zion.
Yes,
Big
that's why I said I'm gonna
money. All
do
right,
it
come
when
on.
I'm in my
Go
car.
do it.
I'm
Do
gonna
it
do
right
that when I see
now.
what it's about. I'm not gonna do it because you're
Yes,
telling me to
I'm
do it.
telling you to go read it right now. Go read
Exactly.
it so you can see what's
When I get off
about.
this live, when I get off this pin or
No, do it
whatever,
now. You
I'll
said
do
you
that.
have money now. You didn't say, "Oh, I have money after I leave the live." You said you got money
Yo,
now.
when you talk to a CEO, you need to know how
Yeah,
he
CEO. You
operates.
said you had money right now. Big money.
I do got
Where's
big money, not
go
for you
go do
though,
it.
not for you, but for to help those
Big money.
kids.
Yeah, not for
Yes,
me.
to
It's
help
for
those
the hungry
kids.
kids. It's for hungry kids.
Right. And that's what I'm
Got
gonna
it?
do. I'm gonna do that for them, not for Rhea, because
There it
Rhea's telling
is.
me to do it.
also, you should have
There it
made
is.
you forgot to make him his body like look like it's like
Punch over.
Ha ha
Yeah.
yeah.
ha ha ha.
Oh, you
Crumpling.
know what? You know what?
Also
Yeah, I
trying to
gotta
be
put him on
funny.
somebody doing the little lean. Hold on, hold on.
It is 11:35. A few more minutes. You guys got anything else to
Yeah,
say?
you
Because
know
I'm about to
what
leave.
we want you to use the few more minutes to go on the
Not him
link. Go
counting
to the
down
link.
his
Keep
Best
Uber.
keep
Buy
keep
Uh-huh.
keep trying to demand stuff,
and
Rhea,
not you
man.
counting down your
Yeah,
I'm
you
listening
got
break.
to that. I'm
minutes.
gonna do it on my own time. I'm gonna
You
do that
got
when I get
minutes
off this
right
live.
now. We don't have nothing else to talk to you about. You got minutes right now. Go do it. We
He's
don't have
And when
nothing
I
else to
and when
terrible.
I
talk to you
do it,
about.
and when I do
Nothing.
it, and
We
when I
don't
do,
have anything else to talk to you about, Zion. Go
you see,
donate, millionaire.
and when
Mr.
I do it,
CEO, Mr. CEO, you're still talking. Go donate.
talk
Mr.
about
Big
Uber or
Money
Lyft in 10
CEO,
minutes
go
away.
donate. Go
Shit, ain't
donate.
nobody no
Don't
Uber or
nobody want to
Lyft.
hear about the little chicken change you have if you're not going to show it, motherfucker.
not because not
Go do
because not
it.
because
I
you're
want to
making
see. Put that
demands.
money where
Why you
your
making
fucking stinky
demands?
ass mouth is. Go do it.
Why you making demands?
Go, you just said you was gonna do it. You said tell
Yes,
you
on my
any
own
amount. You said
time.
you have
On my
money.
own time,
Nobody
not
would
on your
know
own
about the
time.
money in your fucking pocket if you weren't talking about it every 2 seconds. So go do something about it. Go
I will
show
do
us.
something about it on my own
Go no, do
time.
it right now, Mr. CEO. We
I
don't
don't
have
gotta
shit else
prove
to
you
talk to
nothing.
you
I'm gonna
about. We
do
don't
it and
have
you're gonna
nothing
see
else
it.
to talk to you about. No more
Like
questions.
what? I work
We
with
don't have
billionaires. I
no
don't gotta
more
prove nothing to
questions, sir,
nobody.
Mr. CEO,
Like
Mr. Big
what?
Money. Go and
I'ma
donate.
do it on
Go
my
do the
own
link
time.
right now.
When I get in my SUV,
Go
I'ma
do
do
it
that.
now. Go do it
Also,
now.
I
I
can
got stuff
already
to
tell
do.
what your ass finna do.
Do it now.
Because Rio wants me to do it right.
Yeah. So go do it now.
When your own boss, you do what you want to do. You don't do what somebody else is telling
Oh,
you.
okay. So as a
Right.
boss, you need to shut the fuck up about money that you don't actually
I
have.
have money. Just
Okay,
because you
then
want me to
go
do it
show
right
it to
now,
us
it's not
right
happening.
now.
Why?
Like
Why
what?
they look
Go
so
show
similar?
it to us right now.
I gotta talk to my team to
Look at
Not the
withdraw
that
money
camera
and
Hey,
do all
off.
this
hey,
other stuff.
Zion, joke on the screen. There go joke.
What?
There go your twin. There go joke.
My brother's not even in on
God
here.
There
damn.
he go right there in the big screen.
Anyways,
He
I'm gonna
crumpled
do
up.
that
That
on
is
my own
literally how
time,
he's
Bia.
standing, bruh.
Not my
I'm
fault that
crying.
not my fault that
That's
when you
literally
ask
what
for
he.
stuff, you don't
Man,
get what
shut
you
the
want.
fuck up. Nobody wants to hear shit else you talking about. You don't have no money. You broke as hell. Broke ass fucking CEO. Don't got shit to give
I'm broke as
nobody.
hell. That's
Shut up.
funny.
Goodbye. Go waste your time
Yo,
somebody
yo
with somebody
breakover, yo
else.
breakover joke.
Right. You gotta go back to work, don't you?
I'm about to
Nine to
I'm about to
five.
I'm about to go do big
Yeah,
stuff. Something that
I'm about to
you can't
nothing.
do.
he said, I'm about
Broke
to go do
ass,
big stuff.
broke. I don't have a dollar to my name.
Where you work at? Where you work at,
I
Rio?
don't work, baby. I don't have to.
Cause you
I
probably
don't
get
work.
cash
I
out for
don't have
people.
to. I don't
Donations.
have to do
Then
that.
you
You
talk about
do.
you lying, talk about
Mr.
feeding kids. You're not
CEO, where
probably
the
feeding
money
no
at?
kids.
Mr. Big Money, where the money
I
at?
I
Where
wonder
the
maybe
money
you're
at? Where
probably
the money at?
lying.
Where's the dollar? Where's $2? Maybe
You probably have a
$3.
fake organization. Then you
Where
talk about
they
you feeding
at? Where they
kids.
at? Where they at?
Don't do that.
Where
I'm gonna
they
check
at?
that
Where's
stuff
the
out.
money?
I'm gonna
Where's the
check that out.
money?
Trust me. I'm gonna make
Where
sure
the
it's not no
money
fake
at?
scammy stuff.
Okay, so I don't want to
Cause
hear
my
nothing
money,
else. I don't want to hear shit else
cause
until
my
you do
money's
a
not going
donation.
to you.
Don't come back off mute till you go donate something. Don't nobody
Yeah,
want to hear shit else you got to say. You got 5 minutes. Remember,
not to
your
you.
Uber is about to be outside, right?
Imagine,
Yeah.
Heretic, come on, show that paper when
imagine me
his
driving in an
ass
Uber.
Still
looks
nothing.
like a piece of scrap paper is crazy as hell and diabolical, diabolical, all that shit.
You wish you could.
Shut up.
You wish you could touch.
Nobody wants to hear. You ain't got no money. You broke as hell. We don't talk to broke people. Go away.
You probably run a.
Go away. You don't have a dollar to your name.
Talking
You're
about you have.
embarrassing yourself. Broke as hell. You so broke. God damn.
Yeah.
Bye,
Shut up.
Zion. Go, get away. Bye.
Go away.
Like you've been
Nobody
blocked.
has anything else for
You've
you.
been blocked. I don't know how many times, and
Stop
you just
muting me. I
keep
got.
making.
Goodbye.
You keep making accounts coming in here, right? Like you've been blocked.
This is my
You
only account.
in your fucking
Oh,
2-ply
wow.
toilet paper brother joke have been
This is my
blocked
only account.
from my account. I don't know how many times, but y'all keep coming in here and these fake ass accounts.
This is my only account.
Weirdos.
This is my only account, and I don't even
You
be on
ain't
TikTok.
got no money. We don't talk to broke people. Be quiet.
I got money.
Be quiet. You ain't got no money to show. Until I
The
see
worst.
it, I don't want to hear
Make it
nothing
real.
else. Go donate.
Make it real.
Go do the donation. Nobody wants to hear shit else you have to say.
On my own. Thank you
Nobody
very
wants
much.
to hear it. Goodbye.
I
Goodbye.
don't fuck
Goodbye.
what to do.
Have a good
Tell
one.
me,
Go
like
sit in your mansion. Go sit in your imaginary mansion.
I'm actually
Yeah, go to your
waiting for my
mansion.
driver.
Bye. Have a good one.
Go
I'm
let
actually waiting
Lou
for.
use you
Bye.
to wipe his ass since Yahweh taught him how to shit.
He said he waiting for a driver. He's waiting for Jello delivery because it's almost 12 o'clock and they're bringing it around because there's something wrong with that man. My goodness.
Why is he back in the request? Like, but
They're
he
not
Right, the
welcome.
well.
driver not coming no more.
They are not
Fucking
well.
dummy.
I got a few more minutes.
It's been 3 hours.
He coming. He right around the corner. I got a couple more minutes.
That's some sad ass shit, bro. Marcus, but Jesus, are y'all in the box on purpose or on accident?
I just want to say my favorite part is the fact that his hat is mid falling off.
Right.
That shit is crazy. But he do look like he on that lean when his ass in
Hell
there. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
They can never stand straight when they're on that shit.
Mm. But Jesus, Marcus, are y'all in the box on purpose or on accident? This has got to be somebody talking about. You know that was oh so bash. Who made the video? I mean the image of Kalu in a pink beer bash.
Who would ever do that?
All right.
We got that shit home.
Spy to the sky.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right.
Are you a believer, deconstructing, or an atheist?
Believer?
Okay. And what? How old are you?
30.
Bruh, what is happening?
Yeah,
What?
Rhea might be onto something.
What?
I'm telling you, it's all
You
30,
definitely hit a
30,
demographic.
30.
Oh. Um. Maybe it's the time that I went live. Cause I don't know.
Could be.
Cause I'm normally already live, and because we switched over. Maybe it's the time. You think?
Yeah, could be.
What topic?
I'd like to go with the first one.
Mm-hmm. All right. I know you're probably going to want to focus on the lie. I'm going to ask that you focus on that last. And the primary thing that we want to know in that question is whether your God did not want them to eat from that tree to protect them or to control them.
Um, I think the way it's written, it was to control.
Go ahead and explain.
What do I mean by explain what I mean by control?
Yeah.
I guess I mean it was control because he didn't want them to, or he tried to place rules in place so that they would not eat from the tree.
I'm not asking did he want to control them from eating from the tree. He told them not to eat from the tree to gain the knowledge of good and evil. Did he want to keep them from gaining the knowledge of good and evil to protect them or to control them?
I think to control. Like I think he was trying to make sure we stayed within, I guess, a specific area, number one, and also a specific, I guess, mindset or a framework of thinking.
Okay, what is that specific framework?
Well, I think the author was trying to, say that God was trying to keep them in the Garden of Eden specifically. So not necessarily outside of that box from a literal standpoint.
What?
And then,
How does the knowledge of good and evil equate to never leaving the garden?
um,
Like you do realize that the garden was an enclosure, so it was like a cage. So you're saying that God wanted to
right.
keep them caged up like animals, like a zoo, for all of eternity.
I think so. Yeah, I think he wanted to keep them. I think ideally that was the goal, to just keep them in that specific area, cage, like you said, caged up like animals. Yes.
For what purpose?
I don't know what the purpose would be, but I would assume maybe like like the earlier point to control. Like if they're just in this particular, just like animals, if they're in a specific space, it's easier to control them, right? But once they kind of run rampant, you can't really it's harder to manage and control them,
Do you know
right?
why the humans were created in that story in the garden?
Do I know why?
Do you know what the story says? Why the God created the human?
I don't know if it's in that story, but I always thought it was for God's pleasure,
No, it's
right?
it's in the story. It's in it starts with Genesis 2:4b.
Okay,
You want me to
I
read
was
it to
pulling
you?
it up. If you don't mind, yes.
To the other hosts, feel free to chime in if y'all have something y'all need to add. It says, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no vegetation of the field had yet sprung up. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no one to till the ground. But a stream would rise from the earth and water the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. Did you hear the
I'm I'm
reason?
I'm so sorry. I had a call come in right when you was I think when you was about to say it. Can you repeat just that part?
Yeah.
I was listening. I apologize.
Taking the Chex mix. I mean the trail mix. You can take it. You can take it. I'm gonna go 4 hours. Okay, don't eat all of it. Don't eat all of it. It's a big ass bag. Look at you. You fiend.
It be your
It be
own
your
kids.
own kids,
It
right,
be your own
Chris?
kids.
She taking the big
That's
ass
funny.
bag, the whole bag. Oh my gosh. No, you can take it, baby. Just don't eat all of it. Just bring me. Make sure you just bring me some back. Okay.
No promises.
Says okay. It says, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no vegetation of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no one to till the ground. But a stream would rise from the earth and water the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. It says, and the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. So, did you hear the reason that he created the man?
I
I
was
love you too.
definitely listening this time. What? No. What was the reason? I guess I keep missing it.
Sure. For the God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no one to till the ground.
Okay. So it uh, based on this passage, they were created to take care of the earth.
To till the ground, to cultivate the ground, but not the earth itself. Where did he put
Just
them?
that area, just that area of the Garden of Eden. Then,
Right. The garden is inside of Eden. And the garden is an enclosure, it's an enclosed space in
right,
Eden.
right,
Yeah.
right. We
Yeah.
on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is he created them to be in this cage with these animals, working the ground, taking care of the animals for all of eternity, not having the knowledge of whether he is good or whether this cage is good, just ignorant.
Yes, I agree. I think that's what it was. Yes, absolutely.
And this is the God. I just want to make sure I understand. This is the God you also believe in. I just want to make sure I understand that we're talking about the same God. This is the God you believe in.
I'm sorry for laughing. You're so funny to me.
How am I
But
funny? How am I funny?
how
How am I being
just
funny?
no, it's just how you be stressing your words sometimes. It's the mannerisms I'm saying. That's all. But
Cause
I
I'm
just listen to
confused.
you. That's all.
Cause I'm confused. Like this is the God you believe in, the God that created these humans to live in a cage for all of eternity, taking care of animals and working the ground for all of eternity, butt ass naked, no house, in the middle of the desert, without knowledge.
Without
So,
even the ability to
oh,
know
go ahead.
whether or not that was good or evil for them to do it,
Right.
or
I
for
think
them to experience it even.
so. I don't think that this describes God, but I do think that was the intent of what the author was trying to portray God as, for sure, no doubt. I don't even think that could be argued. Like that's pretty clear in the passage.
What do you mean this doesn't describe your God?
Well, I'm of the I'm of the interpretation that people have fondled with this text, and I think it's definitely been used as a mechanism to control. So that's why I say I do agree that that was the intent that the author was trying to put out there. I think that's clear
Do you
as
have
That
day.
felt so weird to hear.
right when he said fondled?
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
felt
and
so
they
weird to hear.
fondled the text. Why did you choose that word?
I mean,
um
it's not like grammatically incorrect, but it's just kind of ill.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I wanted to have some fun up here, baby, but maybe. But I do agree that the way this book has been distributed, the way God is described, even in church, it is a mechanism, or not a mechanism, but a form to control us. I think that's what this book was trying to do, more mental than spiritual. So, yeah, I definitely think it was that story is talking about control. I don't, like I said, I don't know how you could argue it's not, but just my
but
thoughts.
but going back to Thinker's question, like this is your man, right? This is your God.
you're a fondler.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like, wouldn't you agree that people have probably messed with this text to control? Like, that's not possible.
Oh, I think it's absolutely possible, but that's irrelevant to the question that we're asking. Because if you think that this book, which is your
How is it
introduction,
irrelevant?
well,
Hold
I'm
on, let
about
her
to say
finish,
because
okay?
yeah, because I think if this is your book, which is your introduction to this God, right? You met this God or you were introduced to this God through this text, correct?
I think that was kind of what I was saying. No, I was not. I think that the relationship that you have with God is intimate, and it's not through a book. Like there's some things in the text that we can certainly learn, but it's tough. It would be tough to say that a book introduced me to God. You see what I'm saying?
But
It's a
Yahweh,
spiritual thing.
this God that we're talking about, the God in this book, because that's the God you worship, right?
So, to answer your question directly, yes, but I don't think that the book accurately depicts my God, if that makes sense.
Right. And I hear you saying that. I guess I just don't understand that mechanism because if you have if your relationship with this deity preceded your awareness of this deity from this book. Like if you knew Yahweh and how he acted and, his traits and his characteristics before you read this book or before it was introduced to you, however it came to you, then I can understand you saying that it has been tampered with. But I'm trying to understand how you make that assertion without, or that assertion without there being anything prior to that introduced you to Yahweh. Because if you're saying that your God doesn't behave this way, your God wouldn't do anything like this because it's very controlling, it doesn't necessarily match the characteristics of your God. I can grant you that, but that would then make it not the God of this book. Does that make sense?
The only reason why I say it doesn't make sense is because of my earlier point of I think that things have been tampered within this text to make us have, discussions like this, to make us question belief. But I think that there has been a lot of historical reasoning to connect some truths that the Bible has with things that our ancestors practice. And that's why I say it's more spiritual than, what I can just get out of this text. Now, I think your overall point in these lives is to dismiss it 100%. And I don't think that it's wrong to necessarily do that, but I'm kind of at a place where it's not 1000% untrue, but it's so untrue. I see why you would, want to question the whole thing. You see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think yeah, but I don't think well, I can't speak for everybody else. Our goal is not to dismiss this 100%. I think it's to encourage y'all to read it because I think the more people who read this book, they'll realize that the God that they have in their mind or the God that they have a relationship with, those characteristics, the characteristics of the God that they worship it doesn't match this book because you're saying it's been tampered with, but you have to demonstrate how that's the case because the manuscripts that we have of this particular text, the oldest ones, they don't deviate very far from what we just read. I mean, they don't deviate. They say that these are the
Well,
actions of the God. Like this is an etiological story. It's a creation myth, just like other creation myths from other cultures. It's no different than
exactly.
that. So when you
Exactly.
say it, yeah, but you
So
all
you
tend to,
think that I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you off. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got a question for you. Go ahead.
no, you can go ahead and ask it.
All right, my bad. I wasn't trying to be rude. Thank you, and feet. But that's kind of my point. Like many cultures have creation stories, right? Like I don't think that this is the original. Does that make sense? Like I think that this creation story came from other creation story, passages. Like there's a whole book on the different cultures and their creation stories that align really closely with this flood story. I mean, not the flood story, this creation story in particular.
They don't
Well,
actually align closely. They just have
Similar.
is right, but that's not aligning closely, and they just have narratives of flood stories, and a lot of them that gained their similarities to this one happened after the Europeans made contact with some of these cultures, but some of these cultures had their own flood narratives with their own theological, not even theological, but inspirational or cultural messages embedded. But then once the Europeans came in and started to conquer and colonize, they
Mhm.
synchronized these flood stories.
Amen. I agree 1000%, and that's what my research has taught me as well. We actually agree.
Right, but I'm saying that prior to the synchronization, the flood stories didn't have these similarities. And you're talking about narratives that some of these were like regional flood stories.
Hmm.
Some of them, had the belief that the whole world was flooded because their area got flooded, right?
Right.
But there's no Noah. There's no Noah character, no ark, no
Yeah.
animals being, until the Europeans made contact with. these other cultures.
Absolutely. We can't go to David's gravesite. We can't go to Solomon's, grave. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but what's your point in saying that the other cultures had flood narratives that were similar, as if one of these other cultures have the true flood narrative?
I was trying to make the point that they got it from somewhere. That was the purpose of me stating that. I don't think that that was an original thought from the author of this book. I think they got it from another place and then put it in the Bible.
Right. I'm
That's what I'm
asking,
saying.
what's your point in bringing up? Well, we know that the flood narrative in the Bible is influenced by the Babylonian, by the Sumerian traditions, right? When they lived amongst the Sumerians. But what I'm asking, like, what's your point in bringing up other cultures outside of the ancient Near East, or like other flood narratives? What was your culture, your purpose in bringing that up? As if when Fee asked about your claim that there is another text that would be like the correct text for your God, like what was your point in bringing up these other cultures and flood narratives if you're not saying
Uh,
that? Like, but what I want to know is if this text has been fondled, this text has been fondled, that means that you are saying that there was an original that says something different.
right. And I was more, I brought up that point just to state that they got it from somewhere and they got it from those other cultures, those other parts of the world. And the other connection I was trying to make was there's a pretty famous saint of God, I guess, whatever they call him, Saint Augustine. Have you heard that name before?
Saint Augustine of Hippo.
Yes, him.
He's a
He
church
he
father.
actually right. That's what they say. But he was it's believed that he was North African, black,
What?
and what?
Who believes that?
Who believes that he was North African?
That he was
Yeah, North
black.
African doesn't always mean black
Right.
either. So
Yeah, who believes he was black?
I mean, there's a good, I'd say a good percentage of people in Louisiana that do, and I think people who probably
Louisiana?
follow the.
Was he from North America?
No, I'm just saying. I think a lot of people who follow Catholic religion, you probably will find some that would argue that. I'm not saying that he was or not. I'm just telling you that's a thought, that's a theory. I don't know what color the guy was, but he. Sorry, I had a call come in. He was making the point that we shouldn't plunder those things from uh, that had spiritual connection from maybe ancient religion or ancient spiritual systems, because that is how this religion of Christianity came about. Like when they were meeting at the Council of Nicaea, a lot of the discussions, a lot of the points, a lot of how they, collaborated and created this text, what was going to be put in and put out, came from a lot of those ancient spiritual systems. And he actually wrote about this. I wish I had the text right in front of me. I had it ready for you, but I misplaced it. But it is in a prior writing from him that I could share with you at a later time if you're interested.
But I'm sorry, that's to answer uh, the original
right.
text question that I'm asking.
Correct.
How
Yes,
how, how does that
that's the
answer the
information. Correct.
original text question? You're saying that the text that we have has been fondled, and so I'm asking, where is the original text that is not fondled that we can look at and compare?
So it came from more than just one, but the Book of the Dead is probably one. that I could, rattle off the top of my head.
Okay.
But that was my point of saying that
Hold on,
it
hold on,
came
hold
from
on.
different
Okay,
sources.
right.
Like
What?
some of it wasn't written.
Sorry. Okay. What flood narrative is in the Book of the Dead?
Or Apple Pay crazy.
What's the name of the flood narrative in the Book of the Dead?
I don't know.
Egypt doesn't have a flood narrative.
So I don't know how you could say that,
Well,
but in
then
my
where is
research
it? Okay, can you
there was
find
an
it for me?
idea that there was
In Egypt.
a flood.
In Egypt.
Yes, in
Oh
Egypt.
yeah.
In Egypt. Yeah.
Can you find me the narrative, the tale in the Book of the Dead?
So I don't know if it's in the Book of the Dead or not, but there was a belief. This was probably 10,000 BCE, something like that, in my research, where it wasn't a great flood, but there was like an annual flood, and this was
That's
something that
an
they needed.
annual flood is the same as a flood narrative.
What?
I don't see why I don't respectfully think, or why is that like
Because the
crazy to think?
do you understand that the flood narrative is saying that your God wiped out the entire earth with water?
Yes, I'm telling you that what I just expressed to you that I think that they have misappropriated and gotten different things from other cultures to create something else. I thought you don't see the connection that I'm making here.
Wait, you're saying that Egypt's writings are the original? Is what you're trying to say?
I
That
yes, definitely.
so
But it's not necessarily just writing. I know you
I'm
need
sorry. I'm
something
sorry.
written,
Hold on.
but a lot
No,
of it was
wait,
oral
wait.
tradition.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm
Okay,
listening.
so for
I
Egypt's
think he has a delay too.
so for Egypt's writings to be the original, where is the line up like the Adam and Eve narrative, the creation story narrative? Like what I'm asking you for is the text that I can look at and say, this is what it's supposed to be. Here's the fondling. Because either you're saying that the Hebrew text was manipulated or they're two completely different texts. So which one is it?
So I don't know why it can't be both, but I'm
It
definitely
can't be
saying it was
either. It
manipulated.
can't be either. Like, do you understand? Like, if someone were to take my book that I wrote and change words in it, then that means that they manipulated my text, right? It's the same book, but they manipulated my text. But if someone were to write a completely different book with different stories with just the same ideas, these are two different texts. Do you understand that? So I'm trying to understand what
So
you are
so
saying. Are you
okay. So this
saying
is
that it's two different texts with same ideas? Or are you saying that Egypt had the original Bible and then somebody took that Bible and manipulated and changed words in it, but kept the stories and they're the same? What are you saying?
so this is what I'm struggling with your understanding of me. Why can't it be both?
How can it be both? I just gave you an analogy.
How can it be both?
In my book,
Seriously, I don't know why you don't think it could be
I just
both.
gave you an analogy. Now,
Like people can
in a second,
control.
something's about to happen. You know what's about to happen? That nice,
No.
that nice mask that you had on when you came up here is getting ready to come off for some odd reason, and I don't know why. So work really, really
What
hard
are
to
you
keep it
talking?
on.
What are you talking about? I just
Um,
don't understand
I
why
know.
it can't be both.
Sure.
Like they manipulated the text
Uh huh.
and they used previous text. That can definitely be
Listen to
possible.
the question that I asked you. Okay. Listen to the question that I asked. In my book, if someone takes my book that is available on Amazon and change wordings in the book, and everything else is the same, they only change a paragraph here and characters in the next chapter, but everything else is the same. It's the same book, but it's manipulated. It's fondled. But if someone takes the ideas in my book and write a completely different story and name it something different, it's a different book. So what I am asking is, what are you saying? Is it that they took the stories from Egypt, changed characters, and or did Egypt have a completely different book? What are you saying?
So I'm telling you that they did not just get it from Egypt. Okay. I think that they've gotten it from many different cultures, many different belief systems. And I'm saying that they've created their own stories based on their understanding. And I'm also saying they may have gotten direct stories from these texts and changed the names.
So there is no one book with all of these stories collected. It's yours,
Correct.
okay? And so you're saying that they took stories from other cultures, right? For example, the
Correct.
flood narrative
Yes.
in the Bible came from Samaria, right?
I, I think you maybe, I'm not saying that it did or it didn't, but many cultures had
Oh my
flood
God! Did they?
stories and flood narratives.
Sure. The cultures that had the flood stories, did they have a Zooistra or a Noah or Ark?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you're asking me a question. I don't know how I would know. I read a book about it about a year or two ago. I don't remember if it had those specifically in it, but I imagine some did. But
But
what I what I what I what
imagining
I struggle
imagining
with you
isn't
is,
data.
like, you.
Imagining isn't data, and data. I don't care what you struggle with me on, because I deal with facts. I don't deal with feelings. And what you're doing right now is talking through your feelings, and your feelings don't matter to me. Okay, I deal with
I told
facts.
you that I've
I'm sorry.
read
I'm
books
sorry.
about it.
Or
There are
then,
books about it.
then did the other flood stories have a Zeus Easter character or a Noah character? Did the other flood stories have a deity sending a sage or a higher power to tell the Zooistra or Noah character to build a boat? Did they flood the whole earth because the God wanted to get rid of the humans? Is it the exact same as the Sumerian story? That's what I'm asking you. And if you don't know, then the claim that you're making right now, you cannot substantiate, because you're only talking from your feelings right now and not from facts. Because I am going to ask you to back up what you're saying.
I got you. I see what you're saying. I can't back it up, so I'll just, stand down on that.
I think it's interesting the way y'all try to make it seem like someone pushing back on your claims and asking for resources is persecuting you.
Because don't you push back on other believers who see things differently? Like if another believer came up and they said, well, I feel like they weren't necessarily utilizing similar stories and from the general vicinity of the area, they were pulling it from somewhere else, and then they got this from here, and they kind of, jigsaw puzzled together their understanding of the scriptures. You would look to them to say, okay, show me how you did that. Walk me through that chain, that logical chain of thought process. That's all we're doing. Like, it's not to say, okay, wait, it couldn't be that, but this is why that story doesn't make sense, because how would this happen? Or why would that happen? That's not persecution. That's just ensuring that we're putting our bias aside when we're looking at this information to the best of our abilities.
Hey, Corella, you're not. Hold on for a second. Corella, your thing isn't connecting. I'm gonna disconnect it and then request again and see if it connects. Go ahead, Spy.
Yeah, and I don't, you are very like you said, you're very fact based. You want like specific sources to prove people's claims. And I respect that. I do think that is how we should research. So, I'm that's different about my approach now too. Like I'm not just gonna take the word of someone. I'd like to see how you got there. So how you're thinking about it, thinker, and the rest of the panel, I assume, I respect that. And I think that's how we should do it. Like we need to fact check things. I did not come prepared to necessarily, share my data. So I apologize. Next time I come up here, if I have the opportunity, I'll be sure to have that for you, thinker. Most definitely. But my overarching point was just, kind of the text that you all are um, you know, digging deep in and questioning, rightly so, I do think has been founded with to control. I think that, that is the basis of what the religion was trying to do, which is control the people.
And that's something that you are going to have to prove that it has been fondled with, because you're going to have to provide the original to show that it was manipulated, or at least show that something existed from this text, that this book has been manipulated. And you know what manipulation means. And this, I think this is the problem with using the word fondled, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think that you understand what you're actually saying. When you say the book has been fondled with, you are saying that someone stroked the book in an erotic fashion, right?
What the? I just got off a work call. What are you talking
Right.
about?
Oh,
Well, I would
damn,
say
that's kind of
this.
crazy.
I would say this. I mean, wouldn't you agree though,
No,
thinking there are some
there are
there are
parts in
some
the
there
book.
are some things.
There are parts in the
Okay.
book that King James did manipulate,
Have sex with. Oh,
and
And have
I'm
sex
sorry,
with. Yeah, I agree.
King
Hey,
James did not fuck a page in the book. That's ridiculous,
what?
and that makes no
Oh,
sense. But the manipulation of the text in a way to uh, present a specific theology was done by the King James translators. It was done by the translators of the Targum. It was done by by Jerome with the Latin Vulgate. So people have mistranslated or forced translated the text. The thing is that we know where they've done that, because we can go to the oldest text that we have of the Hebrew, or the oldest copies we have of the Koine Greek, and say, look, it didn't say this in Papyri 46, right? It didn't say this in AD 245. It doesn't show this until 325 after the Nicene Council, right? We can go back to older copies. You don't
Okay.
have that when you say that the text
I
was. I'm
have it. I
sorry.
have
I'm
it. I just
sorry. I'm
wasn't
sorry.
prepared. I got you. I got you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You have an older copy of the Hebrew Bible that says something different than what we have today, is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I was saying. I was telling you.
But see,
You
that's why you
asked me
cut me
where are
off.
the
That's why you cut me. When you cut me off and you don't listen to what I'm saying, then you answer for something else. Because what I'm responding to, when I say you don't have that, you don't have a like access to older Hebrew text, right? That you could point to and say, look, the oldest copy that we have of the Targum or the Masoretic text says something different than what it says in the Masoretic translation, right? You don't have that. Nobody does. And then you don't have anything older than what we have for the Koine Greek and the New Testament scriptures. So if you're going to make the claim that there is a manipulation beyond what we already know and can already see and already put our hands on, then that you're going to have to bring evidence of that claim is what I'm saying.
So I did hear what you said, and I was listening. I don't really care about the Hebrew text, respectfully. I
That's
mean,
what
I
we're
guess it's helpful,
discussing. We're discussing
but
Genesis, and that's the claim you're making that
no,
on.
no, we're not.
We
We're
are
not
what? I'm
talking
sorry.
about
I'm
that.
sorry.
I
What?
was talking about
No,
Egyptian text.
you
Remember, you asked me
literally
for
said
Egyptian
no.
text.
You literally said this text was fondled for control, and we are talking about the Genesis narrative.
So I didn't mention the Book of the Dead, which is an Egyptian text.
Oh my
I'm just
God!
saying I
Which
was
text was
referring to
fondled?
Egyptian.
Which text was fondled? The Book of the Dead or the Genesis narrative?
The whole Bible was
Right.
fondled.
So you
That's my
cannot
point.
make the claim that the Hebrew text was fondled if you do not have something older than what we already have and they can put our eyes on and our hands on to say, look, this text is older and it said something different. I'm not talking about going to a completely different text. When something is manipulated, the original is changed. That's a manipulation. The
So
original
I
is
don't know.
changed.
I don't know why you get upset, but I
Because
was
I
just
because
saying
I,
that
how many
I'm
times have I
referring
said? I'm
to
sorry.
Egyptian
How many
text,
times have
which
I
is
said
the 42 laws of
oh
Ma'at,
my
and this can be found
oh,
in the
oh my
Egyptian Book of
fucking
the Dead.
God. You do realize that the 42 laws of my aunt, which are first off the 42 negative confessions of my aunt, there's only 6 of them in the Hebrew Bible? And
I
then you,
was just about to
and
say
then you
that.
do realize that the first 4 laws of monotheism that comes from Aten, from Akhenaten, from Amenhotep the fourth, right? Only the first 4 of those is in the Hebrew Bible, but that's not a manipulation of the Hebrew Bible. That's not exactly. That's not a manipulation. This is why I said you need to think about the words that you are using.
Because if you're incapable of pointing to what an original that says something different from what we know the translations say, ultimately what you're saying is this book says something that doesn't align with me, the God that I know, or the stories that I'm willing to accept because of X, Y, and Z. But that's not scholarship. That's preference. Which nobody's saying you don't have a right to have your preference, but I do think you have a responsibility to show whether or not that preference is rooted in scholarship or not. Just like we would. Like if we were positing, for example, Thinker's song that she did about Job's wife, right? We know that this text says, is translated to say that Job's wife said, curse God and die. But when you look at the original, when she did the research, she looked at the Targum and the whole story that Job's wife or narrative that Job's wife had was pretty much truncated into the version of the Bible that we have. She couldn't posit that and have it be or not be able to substantiate why she's saying that it doesn't say curse God and die. Other than, I mean, you could read the story and think like logically that doesn't make sense. You can push back against how, on a personal level, that doesn't feel like it comports with reality. All of that is great, but it's also hypothetical. If you're going to posit that this is a mistranslation or this is a manipulated translation or version of this story, you're going to have to demonstrate how it is.
I got you. And I never disagree with that. I applaud you all, as I stated prior to, that you all do the research. And I agree that we should root what our claims are in that. I will admit I don't have mine together enough to share, but I'll go back to the drawing board. I am still in the midst of my research. And, I guess when I'm ready, I'll come back up with it. How about that?
Have you been on the platform before? I can't remember.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Um, you're in the midst of the research, but you already have your conclusion.
But also, Fee,
Right, feed.
does it feel like he's not hearing us say, when you come
Yeah.
back, you're going to have to bring a Hebrew, a version of Genesis that says something completely different? Like, I don't think
Right.
he understands that that's what we're saying because that's his claim. And I don't think he even understands that that's his claim. That
Why
Genesis.
why
I'm
why
sorry.
do am
Why
I
are
coming
you
off
talking
like I
right
don't
now? Why are you
understand?
talking right now while I'm talking? I don't think he understands that his claim is Genesis was changed for the purposes of control. Therefore, Genesis originally said something else that doesn't actually have a control theology. And he's going to have to bring us a Genesis narrative that does not read like the Genesis in the Bible that we have, or does not read like the oldest copy of the Hebrew text that we have. I don't think he understands that that's what we're saying. When he comes back, that's what he would need to provide. I think he thinks that we are asking him to go and get proof of the 42 negative confessions of Ma'at, or proof that Akhenaten in Egypt was the father of monotheism, and that he created the laws of monotheism, or that the Sumerians had a flood narrative. Like, I think he thinks that he has to go and get these individual stories from different cultures. Does it sound like that's? Am I understanding that?
That's what I'm hearing. Are we not following you, Spy? Are you saying something other than what Thinker just summarized? You're on mute. I don't know if you're either.
No, I don't. No, I don't think what Thinker is saying and what I was saying is in alignment. But that's okay.
Well, tell me
You
if
know,
I'm wrong. Tell me, I want to be corrected. What research are you going to bring back?
um, so I'm not gonna bring any research back. I think I'm gonna just come back and just listen to y'all occasionally.
No, what?
But
No,
I was
what
more so
research
just
were you
saying
going?
that
What research were you going to bring back? What research were you saying you had to go get? What was it?
um I guess the research I was going to share was how this specific religion of Christianity, the Bible, not just Genesis, but the Bible and the religion is what's the right word? Can't say fondled. Is a carbon copy of ancient African spiritual systems.
What?
Oh my goodness gracious!
What?
What's is that confusing?
No,
Well, it wouldn't
it's
have
also
addressed the
not
thing that she
correct.
was asking you for.
So we are discussing the Genesis narrative, correct?
I thought we would.
No.
So I
What
thought
what
the
question did you
original
come up to
question was to
answer?
prove to
What?
control.
No. What
You know,
is that? Where is
that
that?
God
Where
lied to
where
Adam and
where
Eve
is
to
that
protect them
story?
or control
Where
them.
is that story? Where is that story that
It's
we're
in
discussing?
Genesis.
All right. So we are discussing the Genesis narrative, correct?
Specifically Genesis 2.
Are we, Spy? Are we discussing the Genesis narrative?
Uh, I'm not trying to be smart with you, thinker. I know we don't think
What?
the same, respectfully.
Where is this?
But
Where
I'm
did the?
just saying.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
where did the
Okay, I'm
Adam?
trying to
Because
explain.
you're about to gaslight the hell out of me, and I don't like that shit. Okay, when you came up and you wanted to
Don't
talk
gaslight
about
me.
the first topic, where exactly did you think that conversation where with Adam and Eve and this lie took place? What book?
Genesis.
So we were discussing the Genesis narrative, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And so when you make the statement that the Genesis narrative was fondled for the purposes of control, i.e., the Genesis narrative was manipulated for the purposes of control, then you say, what I'm saying is it is a carbon copy of ancient African text, correct?
No, I didn't say that.
So,
That's quite
right.
literally what you just said. Right, like when reoppressed, or I can't remember who asked you the question to find out what it is that you were. Yeah, thinker asked, like, what is it that you're saying? Just to clarify where you guys deviated from each other. Your exact words were, "This narrative is a carbon copy of African spirituality," or something that.
Verbatim.
Yeah, but carbon copies can't be fondled or manipulated. That's what make them a carbon copy. It's an exact replica of the original. So that you kind of contradicted your own point when you summarized where Thinker went wrong. Like, I'm old school. I remember, where's Lord's? I remember, like, when there was actual carbon paper in offices, when you had to
Yeah,
make
I do too.
a copy of something. Yeah, like you put that piece of carbon between the two papers. There's no
Yeah, we used to
deviation from the
use that.
original.
Y'all remember the
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
there's,
still
toys?
use that back
There,
home.
there was a toy where you would pick the little screen up and you would put the paper down and then
yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we use
yeah.
that
So
blue paper. We still use it back home.
I remember when international flights was only a nickel.
Are you there, Spy?
Was
I'm
he
here.
saying that that's not what he said? He said that's not what he said.
Yeah.
mhm.
Did you do you have short term memory loss or something?
No, I don't want to come off as gaslighting, and I really don't want to argue with y'all either.
Right. So
We
is
just
that now?
we
Is it
just
what you said or is it not what you said? Like, are you telling us that that's not what you said, or those are the
correct.
words you said? You just meant something else.
So we're parsing words, and that's what I mean. But
We're
I don't really want to
asking,
fight with y'all.
hey,
So
sweetheart,
Parsing
we're
words.
asking, yeah, we're asking if those were the words that came out of your mouth. Were
I
those
know
the
I said
words?
no. I said no.
Okay, so what do you think you said?
It really doesn't matter.
It
Can we
does,
just
it
agree to
does, it
disagree?
does. No, you
Oh,
said you didn't want to
never mind.
gaslight, so let's not do that. What do you think you said? Since we're wrong, what do you think you said? Because this is kind of the same thing you're doing with the whole fumble thing, right? You are telling us
Can't say
that's not
fondled.
what I said. So what did you say?
So
Is a
so
carbon
think what
copy.
I'm saying is thinker
Right
is
word.
looking for a
Can't say fondled.
No. So the question was,
he's
what
playing up.
Is a
research?
carbon
The question.
copy
Hold on, Ria.
of ain't is a can't say fondled. Is a carbon copy of ancient African spiritual systems. Is a carbon copy of ancient African spiritual systems.
You could
Can
hear
you
that I
hear
heard
that?
he fucked up.
Spy, can you hear that?
You gotta
He been
unmute
on
Spy.
mute.
uh, when y'all are done, I have a question for him.
I sent him a request and everything. Spy, are you there? You said that's not what you said. Did you hear your voice?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Did you just hear that record? Did you hear the recording play?
Yes. And once again, I'm not trying to
What, hold
come
on.
off
Was that you? Hold
disrespectful,
on, hold on. Was that you?
but
Why are you laughing? Was it you or no? Like, do we have you mistaken for somebody else? Was that your voice we just heard?
yeah,
So you did say that.
So I was telling you that I did not say the word text. I said
What?
spiritual systems, and I don't you
When
guys
did
want
I
a
say text?
text.
When did
Yeah.
I say you said text?
A thinker said
You lie so
text.
much.
I'm not talking about you. I don't know who you
Why do
are.
you
I just
lie
know you're a
so much?
thinker.
Why do you lie a lot?
Hold on. When we are
How am I
discussing,
lying?
hold on. When we are discussing the Genesis narrative, and you are saying that text was manipulated, and then you say it is a carbon copy of ancient spiritual systems, please explain what you mean by that. How can text be manipulated and be a carbon copy of a system?
I can't explain it to you, thinker.
No, I mean, you said it and you can't explain it.
Not to you, no. I don't think so. I think I need
I
to
don't think
do
you can
some
explain
more
it. I don't think you
research.
can explain it to yourself because there's no point in you even bringing
Oh,
up
that's fine.
African spiritual systems and then saying that a text was manipulated or fondled. This whole conversation has been your claim that there are other texts.
And I think this conversation is a perfect example of trying to untangle something by adding strings to it. Like we're trying to parse through things to make sure we understand it clearly and getting things straightened out, but we're adding these additional aspects and we're adding these additional variables, all for the purpose of protecting a position we already have. Or conclusion we already have. Right? It's hard to keep up with your train of thought when your conclusion is leading it and you're trying to use data to support that conclusion that you're already holding on to. That's always going to lead to confusion. So, like you seem to be, I don't know, admire the fact that we do research and that we try to validate the things that we believe to ensure that they're true. But then when we try to apply that same level of scrutiny to the claims that you make, there's a little bit of pushback.
Pushback and gaslighting.
Yeah, the same thing that he says he's not trying to do. And I think another part of it, like, that doesn't want to be admitted here is, oh, I heard this shit somewhere. I never looked it up and I don't actually have information, but I've been parroting it. I think that's something that we don't somehow want to admit to here is I just heard that shit somewhere, man. I don't have nothing to back it up. That's the reality of what this is because as an African woman, I don't know what fucking mythology or what spirituality you think is a carbon copy. That's not true. Literally, all the way from the north to the south to the east to the west, there is no carbon copy of any fucking thing in that book. I think we need to be a little bit more honest with ourselves. I heard this shit somewhere. I believed it. I don't have nothing to back it up. And we can move on with our day.
I think they see, in the Bible where the God says, "Don't copy Egypt. I took you out of Egypt, and I don't want you to go." And then the God goes and creates laws and statutes based off of Egypt's culture. And he says, "Don't copy Canaan because I took you out of Canaan."
Right.
Then he goes and he creates culture based off of Canaan structure, and he does the same thing with Babylon with the laws of Hammurabi, and you know I think he sees that influence in it. And he's like, oh, these are the, which is what I originally said he was doing, but he said that wasn't it.
Like, again, I don't think you are gonna, let go of this fantasy anytime soon. But for people out there, just because you hear North African, especially in 2026, and for the past maybe, let's say 2,000 years, that does not mean black. Literally, for like the past maybe almost 2,500 years, if you're doing any history in that timeline, North African will not mean black. I don't know what the fuck y'all be on.
Especially during do they forget about Alexander the Great and the
Right.
Greeks going in? Like, do y'all forget the Hyksos conquering the Delta even before all of that? Like, Egypt was diverse even before the Greeks went in, even before they were Hellenized. Like, did y'all forget that?
Like there is history that people in that land, the indigenous people in that land were, there definitely was a conscious decision to do more of that mixing. That's not the kind of mixing that you would get with like trading or something like that, right? Like the regular, oh, we live close, blah blah blah. We trade things, great. But even in that time, there was an understanding of who the indigenous people were, and there was an actual decision to wipe those people out. So it is an insult when y'all even call those people North African, low key. But okay, at the end of the day, they're not African. You want to call them North African? Great. They're not African. They're not black.
The result of eugenics.
Spy, did you have anything else? All right, have a good one. He said, I ain't even coming off of mute after this. That's crazy. All right, we got time for one more, and then I've got to go to sleep because, again, we'll be with the Kraken crew at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. Let's see. Zena May, are you going live after this? Houston? Houston, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I am 37 years old.
All right, and are you a believer in the God of the Bible, deconstructing, or an atheist?
I'm not an atheist. I am fully deconstructed from Christianity, though. I grew up Christian, was a devout Christian into my adulthood, but I'm currently fully deconstructed, not an atheist.
Okay, so I only talk to people who are currently deconstructing, currently believing in the God of the Bible, or atheists.
Okay, understood. I wasn't expecting for you to accept me anyway, but good to meet you, and I'll get off. I'll
Thank
jump
you.
off.
Same here. I hope you have a great rest of the day, okay?
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Banana Vegas. All right. One song. Drake.
Wait.
It's an old one. It's good.
Oh, I don't know a lot of Drake songs.
Probably for the best.
Right.
It's Star.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm super blessed. Thanks for asking.
I'm sorry. 1 second. How old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, give me just a second. Drea, if you could reach out to a mod in the chat. If there's a mod in the chat that could get Drea the link to the Discord, I appreciate y'all so much. I do, Mia. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Mia, I do.
yeah. Could somebody, sorry, while that's happening, Thinker, I'm so sorry, girl. Could somebody send it to me too? Yeah, I'm sorry. I make really weird decisions, and I done deactivated my actual Discord. So now I have to start over. So please,
She said I make weird decisions. I get it.
uh,
And then Jay, can you add Rhea back to the mod channel for me? Jay, sorry. If you could add Rhea back to the mod channel for me, I appreciate you. Oh, she left. Oh, I guess because I did remember her. Yeah, I remembered. Yeah, I remembered that mouth.
I don't remember her.
Oh, she got a mouth She got a mouth on that ass.
Oh no.
Who keep taking her down?
I ain't. What do you mean?
That I think.
Is
Did
Yahweh
she
snap?
drop?
Yeah, she just keep dropping. I don't know.
She gotta cast that spirit out.
But yeah, I still got the. Well, I got somebody's Discord in here. Oh yeah, your Discord closed.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if you messaged it or something. I don't know what it's gonna do, but that one with the angry face is it's gone.
Okay, I'll delete it.
Somebody fondling her request. Oh my
That's tough.
Y'all ain't right.
god. Shaky Decky, are you in the box on purpose or like accident? I guess Marcus is in there on accident because he didn't say anything. Zena May, are you about to go live? I think the box is empty now. Okay. Well, the box is empty, y'all. Zena May is about to go live. It's okay, Shaky Decky. Y'all don't forget that we will be live tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time for our sub only live. The chapters again are in the Discord. They're also on the Google Drive. Please already have your differences picked out. Read the first chapter, the Manessa chapter of the Francesca Strapacopalava book. What else? Yeah, and I hope to see y'all in Justin's live later on tonight at 6 Eastern. Yeah. Anything else?
Follow you on YouTube.
Yeah, follow me on YouTube. Follow Mama Bash on Station Head.
Station hand.
Yaya B YAYABEEB. Make sure y'all stream the music on all of the platforms.
I can't find it.
What, Mama Bash?
I can't find none of the songs. All I see is the sounds on TikTok.
You can't find none of the songs on where?
It was Spotify.
Are you looking up Thinker?
I put it in Thinker, and I don't know what else I need to type in there. I put it in all caps. I put it in small letters. I capitalized the T. Just Thinker, right?
What?
I don't know what's going
Type
on.
in unholy intelligence. Try that.
Yeah, or Volume 1, Her Story. It's 2 albums. It's about to be 3 in a minute, but it's 2 albums so far. Unholy Intelligence, and then it's the Women of the Bible album, Volume 1, Her Story.
Yeah, I done deleted.
She done deleted everything. Where the hell was you going? Where was you going with these decisions you was making? Where was you going?
She's trying to be a sleeper agent. You know how it is.
she was about to disappear on us. Was you about to disappear?
Right.
Who?
You was deleting everything.
Y'all can't hear me?
We can now.
Yeah, you were on mute. Where were you going?
Really? No, I'm over here talking, child. I said, I deleted the app, so I'm gonna reinstall it. I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
reinstall it because it won't even. You know how you can type in something like maybe a letter and it start giving you suggestions. It won't do that
Oh,
on
on
my
what,
app.
Spotify or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna delete it. Let me see if I can. Maybe that's the problem. I was like, maybe I'm spelling it wrong or something. But yeah, sorry, I was talking this whole time. I'm not leaving. I'm not going there.
All right. All right, y'all. Well, I will see y'all later on tonight in Justin's live, and tomorrow. I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. Zena May is live. I'm from like the other day. I was thinking about Zena and I accidentally called her Mina. I said, okay, we're gonna call him Mina Zach. That's gonna be the name now, Mina Zach. Yeah, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all so much. Go follow Zena May,
Thanks, y'all.
and get more deconstruction. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye. Bye
Have a
to the
good one.
YouTube. I love y'all so much. Bye. Make sure y'all follow us at Arch
Love you
Thinker.
guys.
Bye.
Stay nonchalant. Ha ha ha.
Fondle.
Type shit.